All right, check. We are recording.
Check. Check a 1 2.
All right.
La la la.
Then I had a theme song I paid. Oh yeah, it's the Slider Cast with DJ Slider Bite. Back from that hiatus.
Ooh.
I'm back. This is an episode that I will release because this is relevant. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff that's going to be old if I don't release it until the summer. Because people are going to be like, we don't give a damn about the Super Bowl. Like, so this
like
episode has to be
time.
released. So it will. I'm going to just let the music fade out. Because I was saying I did pay money for this theme. I do own the rights to this from a person I went to high school with.
I love it. Yeah, no, you got to have that 90s fade out, that early aughts fade out.
Yeah. Especially you got to get your money's worth from Curtis.
Yeah.
His Curtis Jackson before 50 Cent. I wonder, did he get some play off that? That's his real name. And then 50 Cent came out right when we were in high school. So I hope he was like, yeah, I'm Curtis Jackson too.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the reason that he's only 50 cents and not $1. Just a copy. Just a half.
Yeah. Sometimes that's all you need. Back in the day, that's all you needed was 50 cents.
I could actually go for some quarters right now. Mama got laundry and ain't no bars giving me quarters. I actually been going to this bar that's got a quarter machine for a pool table.
Okay.
They caught me. I was drinking there and shit too.
They caught you? So were you just
I was taking all their quarters, washing all my panties.
just doing your own shit with him? Okay.
Yeah, cleaning all my own shit with them.
Yeah. I usually just save the quarters and keep them in a Crown Royal bag.
Yeah, no, I did that. Then I washed all my panties.
Okay.
Now all I got is nickels and dimes.
All right. If you run out, well, you've seen the setup, so you can wash one day or something like that. We can record a podcast while you're washing. We won't even have to say anything. We just be
I'm gonna bring in my like curtains and shit.
Yeah. You're just like, yeah. So we just record a podcast, hanging out. You know, watching the Super Bowl performances in the background.
Oh, that's yeah. No, we were watching the current Super Bowl halftime, which I thought was amazing. Atlanta. Now we are going back in time, and I'm currently looking at Jennifer Lopez touch her private parts.
Yeah, yeah. So the talented Jennifer Lopez. So it's I don't know. I'm just not. She's fun. I just feel funny like that person badmouthed her, and then they were on Saturday Night Live together. So I don't know if we'll ever do some shit together and be like, you were halfway talking shit about me, and I'm just like, you halfway entertain me. So I don't know what to say to you.
I mean,
like,
talking shit about somebody and then being on Saturday Night Live, that's okay. Like sometimes I'll be talking shit about somebody, and I turn around, I'm like, oh, did you hear that?
It's not talking shit.
Did you think it was funny?
Yeah, like I mean, like I'll be talking shit if I was like, yeah, her outfit is bad or something like that. But like it was just, if you're talking about, I feel like people can't have an opinion, a valid opinion, and if you're talking about something that you're putting out for people to enjoy or not to enjoy, you can say whatever you want about that. That's to me, that's fair.
Yeah, you absolutely can, unless you're wrong. Then you're.
Yeah, I mean, even you could be wrong, or I mean, like wrong, like, oh, I didn't like this, and then a ton of people loved it. You know, but you got the right to say that, though. It's just people say you're a hater or something.
Is there something in particular that you do not like that a lot of other people like?
Jennifer Lopez. I don't know. Jennifer Lopez, Attack on Titan.
Okay.
Not a big fan of that, or just to me, maybe I need to give it another.
I would have fought against that until like the last few episodes, which I'm sure you didn't make it all the way to that. But
no, yeah, I made it to, and then I watched the first one episode, I think, and then I watch. I'm a synopsis guy or spoilers guy, so I'll be like, "Is this shit worth watching?" And then I just watch the whole thing like that, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Man, I'm horrible about it, and now that I'm like doing the reaction stuff, I'm trying to make it honest. It is so fucking hard, especially whenever like I'm like caught up with an anime and I know it's a manga, and I'm just like, all I gotta do is Google like who's gonna die. Like, oh, and then I end up doing it when I'm drunk, and then I'm, like,
that's funny.
Then I'm like with my co-host with Chicanime, and then I gotta act surprised, and I went to college for acting, but I'm not that good.
You went to college for acting?
I did.
Wow. All right. Well, let me. This is the only. I like. I think it's a marketing thing to not introduce somebody and just open up a show like that.
I've already plugged a show, and you haven't even told him who the fuck I am.
I think it's I really think it's some kind of psychological thing. I think more people stay tuned. Like if we opened up, we're like, this is so and so. People, because people are obnoxious. And so, yeah, they'll tune out. But then if they just kind of be like, all right, this bitch is interesting. Yeah, and then hit them with oh, yeah, by the way, you're liking how I'm talking.
Yeah, no, I want my haters laughing before they know who I am.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. All right. No, I think that's exactly what it is. But yeah, it's, this is Jessica. I don't know if you have a stage name or anything, how I go by DJ Slider Bite.
It's Jessica Cuts.
Jessica Cuts. That's your, all right.
We were talking about this the other night. Is like, I've done like all black comedy rooms, and they'll be like, what's your name? I'm like, Jessica Cuts. They're like, no, but what's your comedian name? I'm like, Jessica Cuts. And like anytime that I was like, this was in Atlanta, and I was like trying to come up with names, I was like, Lil Boozy. Wait, no. Okay. Oh God. Iced tea. Nope. I was just trying to think of beverages I liked.
Yeah, no, I like the Jessica Cuts because then they're like, what? And then you're like, Jessica Cuts, like I'll cut your ass.
Yeah, no, I got a good name. It was hard in high school, you know. I mean, in middle school and elementary school, like, come on, I'm Jessica Cuts, Jessica Butts, Jessica Guts, Jessica Sluts, Jessica Putts.
Oh yeah,
Jessica,
well, people do all that.
Crotch, Jessica Cuts the cheese. Yeah,
it's kind of
kids are fun.
Yeah, especially with the different cultures. Like, I wish I would have went to a black high school. I went to a white high school, unfortunately. You know, from 10th grade on. But then I noticed
from 10th grade on, that's only like 2 years. That's
10th, 11th, 12th is 3.
Oh, see, I went to Mississippi, so they didn't teach us math.
Oh shit! Oh yeah! Oh, that's some smart. It's like 3 kids smart in Mississippi.
I'm a math problem, not a math solution.
Yeah. That's fine.
I don't know what. I like that.
Yeah, no, I like that.
One day that will be a relevant punchline somewhere.
Yeah, that's entertaining. It's
for somebody trying to let our voices lull them into a deep slumber.
Yeah. No, I like how you grew up in Mississippi, but you were from Mississippi, lived in Atlanta for a while.
Yeah.
But then still don't have the stereotypical Southern thing. Well, I think that's because you went to school for acting and they act that out of you.
Yeah, it's like it's partially that, and then also like I just I didn't really relate to any of the people around me in Bayou Academy.
Okay. Is that that was the acting school you were at?
No, that was my high school,
okay.
Bayou Academy in Cleveland, Mississippi. The college in that town. I actually went to it for a year. It's Delta State University. The mascot is the Thotten Okra.
The Thotten Okra?
Yeah. It's everybody's favorite violent vegetable, y'all.
No, so what is the Thotten part? Because y'all were Thotten before other people were Thotten.
It's the word fighting. The fighting okra. It looks like a penis with gangrene with this angry face and boxing gloves.
No, see but I'm still. So you said Thotten though, right? Fighting. But you said fighting. Oh, okay. I thought you said Thotten. I was like, Thotten's a real word because it's
that and over there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was like. Oh, it's a real word.
That and over there, over yonder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely had an accent before I like went into acting school, but like not a big one. Like everybody always told me I talk like a city girl. I'm sorry, you talk like a city girl. But I love that. Yeah, no, I mean, I can put it on as soon as I need to. Like,
but no, I love how people are like, oh, you talk like the city. When I was in high school, people told me I talk like a white black man.
A white black man?
Yeah, they were like, you're the whitest black man I know. And then I would just be like, do you know any black people? Like, you just don't even know you don't even know any men.
You don't even talk like
you don't know any white men.
Like the criminals on SVU.
Yeah, I was like, you don't know any white men. This is not, what men are you around in Hazel Park? What is it?
Hazel Park.
Yeah, but at first it's still traumatizing. You gotta like get it. You had to like realize it and look back at it, and then when you go to other places, other white people called it Hazel Tucky, and so that's when I was like, oh no, okay, I see how other white people talk about them. So that's why they, yeah, it was like other people were like, that place is awful. I was just like, oh shit. Like,
so you came from Cracker Town.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. It was some places where I would end up defending Hazel Park, like in conversation. And I'm like, I'm defending the worst place ever. Like, when I would go there, they act like fucking.
Won't catch me doing that. I actually.
So somebody was like, you said Cleveland, Mississippi. They were just like, Cleveland, Mississippi is a piece of shit. You're not like, I still got an uncle that I respect there. Yeah, it ain't that bad.
No, actually, no. My dad still lives there, and he comes to visit me here.
Okay.
He's not even mad at me. Like, doesn't even ask if I want to come down. He's like, I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah. Or have you ever given the largest cities in Mississippi a try? Like Meridian or I don't know about Jackson.
My brain is confused because you just said the words cities.
Yeah, I've been to Meridian before. Meridian is the biggest thing around it.
Yeah, no, it's there's definitely some concrete there.
Yeah, no, it was because my family lives in like the southern. They're like 30 minutes away from Meridian, so like when they want to do something, they go to Meridian. So I'm like, that's when you want to have civilization and shit. Yeah, but they're in Alabama. Hour, and then they're an hour south of Tuscaloosa. The thing
is, like, everyone in Alabama is like, oh, thank God we're not from Mississippi. And everybody from Mississippi gets to go, oh, thank God we're not from Arkansas. And then Arkansas gets to say, oh, thank God we're not from Mississippi.
That's funny.
It's just between the two of us now.
You know how, like, I love how a lot of that stuff is regional and stuff. I try to be positive. I get it. But just where my family's from, on that west, that's like the west side of Alabama, they respect Mississippi. Every time they need to get something done, it's like they're Meridian. So
we will get her done. Oh, that's for sure.
Yeah, or what was I going to say? I compare it to the people in Northwest Indiana. They're in Indiana. They are the Hoosier state, but they're all Chicago. They wear Chicago Bear stuff.
Oh,
they
my
watch
God.
the Chicago Bear.
I've ran into that. So, like, Atlanta kind of has the same thing, except in Atlanta they got a word for it. Is if you live like in the city limits, you're ITP, in the perimeter, and if you live in like one of the suburbs outside of it, you can still say you're from Atlanta, but you got to say OTP afterwards, out of the perimeter.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're.
I remember you telling me about this. Chicago needs to adopt that. I love that.
If I have to listen to, okay, so here's the thing: is like,
because
I was a taxi driver and that bitch is from Schaumburg.
Yeah,
we are not going anywhere correctly or fast.
Yeah, you're not going to know where you're going and stuff. I feel like, and then people are embarrassed to say the Chicagoland area, like, and you just should. Yeah, no, I don't get it. Like, just say Chicagoland.
I would be embarrassed to say Chicagoland area. It sounds like it sounds like a car dealership.
I kind of always thought that too, because you would hear from that when I grew up in Detroit, but they would call it. They always call it the metro area. They just call it the Metro Detroit area.
See, that sounds better than Chicagoland. Chicagoland sounds like a park nobody wants to go to. I guess that's true.
Maybe I'm looking at it I look at it the positive way of that, but I saw it as like Chicagoland, like everything around us. The land, like I was just kind of looking at it like that, like it's Chicagoland.
You hear Chicagoland and are thinking about like waves of grain, and I hear Chicagoland and I'm just thinking about like a roller coaster that's about to fall apart.
Yeah, I mean that, or I'm thinking of a club or something like, hey, you're close enough to be in the land. Hey, Chicagoland.
Oh my God! If somebody was like, yeah, we're going to this new hip club, it's called Chicagoland, I'd be like,
yeah, no, I imagine
kids these days, they don't understand you.
Yeah, or like a Rainforest Cafe knockoff, but it's like Chicago, so it's just like homeless people. Oh my God!
Oh my God! I worked at this brewery that is now closed. It was called Rock Bottom. It was here in Chicago, and it was beers, burgers.
You giving them a shout out? I can't wait till we own our brewery.
They are closed, and I quit before. I quit like 2 weeks before they shut down.
They still got other locations though in the.
Maybe they're dropping like. I was gonna try to say something fancy, but then all I could think of was panties. But so this guy from I don't know, like Omaha or something comes up. He's like, "How's your burger?" I was like, "No, it's pretty good." And then I was like, "You can dress it up however you want." He's like, "Is it better than the Hard Rock Cafe?" And I was like, "I don't know if we're the place for you, sir."
I got a friend that works at the Hard Rock Cafe. I got to test out their food.
Last time I was in a Hard Rock Cafe, it was like my 6th grade field trip to New Orleans, and I thought it was so cool.
Yeah, it's real interesting. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is the part where he's stuck in that.
Yeah, no. Now we're looking at the Weekend halftime show where he's just like aggressively touching a camera, and like the entire show's inside of a box. Like, can you imagine paying for a Super Bowl ticket and then you're just like looking at a box?
Yeah, I can imagine. What are you looking at when you're in the crowd? But
yeah, it was like you're looking at a screen. You're like, how much were these fucking tickets?
Yeah, sometimes that's why I can't go to a game like this unless I'm in a suite.
Oh, fancy.
That's a shout out to our fans. Like, give us suite tickets. You're going to send us tickets to a game, make sure it's in a suite. Yeah,
and if you could just go in and join DJ Slider Bites OnlyFans.
Yeah, I need to start one. I haven't. I really want to do one.
DJ Slider Bits.
Oh, okay. I don't know what to do. I was going to have a goofy one where it was just going to be, I was going to say it's nudes, and then when you click on it, it was going to be pictures of like bears.
So I have this idea, but none of you guys can steal it from me because I don't have a lot of follow through, but I really want to do this. I've already informed my father, and he has given the go ahead. I want to. You're
going to pretend to be Muslim?
Oh God.
Oh, okay. I'm like, don't do that.
No. It's I started a Foot Finder account. Just like pictures of feet and shit.
Yeah, I notice a lot of women are like, I don't care about this. I'm like, should.
No, but I don't. But I want to start like an OnlyFans, and I'm gonna do unboxing videos with my feet.
Okay, no, that's different. Damn, that's something. I wish you would have told me this off air. I would have been like, don't say that because that's a good idea. People gonna pay for that. Don't do it.
You gonna edit any of this?
Yeah, once I learned how to use Kaden Live, I started. Now I'm at the point where I'm going to use anything, but my whole mission statement was to be all Linux.
All Linux?
Yeah, I was going to use all like Linux and all that kind of stuff with all my like editing software and all that.
Oh, I did explain to you like how dumb I am with the computers, like all Linux. I was like, Linux Mall.
Oh, no, Linux, the operating system is like a free operating system. They basically started all the other ones, like Apple is based off of Linux.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, but they make a lot of free things, so it's like a lot of free alternatives. Or the best thing for Linux, if you have an old computer, is getting old, is getting slow, you could put a version of Linux on it and it'll run new again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's but they make these operating systems where you can like make music. You can one guy won an Oscar, or he was nominated for an Oscar 3 years ago, and he made his whole film with this free software called Blender. He made like a Pixar type film.
I think that I have Blender.
Blender's on stuff. It's a thing called DaVinci Resolved.
Yeah.
That is free off Linux. But it's other programs, like they make one called GIMP, and so that's like the Photoshop alternative.
Okay.
Where you can do all those things. But then they have different DAWs and recording things, and I was like, I'm going to use this.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a project, but it's free. So imagine having all that shit for free.
I love it. I love having shit for free.
Yeah, and then it's got all kinds of photo stuff. It's got the whole OBS comes on it just automatically. OBS just comes pre-installed. Do you know what OBS is? This
podcast is sponsored by Linux.
Yeah, that's hilarious because Linux is free, so I'm not getting nothing. So yes, that's very funny. Yeah, it's hard to, but then technology's weird because it's a lot of software companies making money but they're selling our data and doing other shit, but. It's a lot of money. Like Linux, Red Hat is like on the stock exchange.
So like the thing with me is like people are like, oh no, my data. I'm like, you're not important. Nothing about you is. I hate to tell it to you, but you're really not a snowflake. Some
of the stuff is important. Like what we're searching and all that kind of shit. Like that kind of data.
What I'm searching, I'm looking for gay anime. Romance.
See, no, that's important. That tells a lot about you.
It does. It tells you that I love and fantasy.
Sometimes you don't want a lot of people to know that.
Really?
Yeah, I would say sometimes it's some shit where you're just like,
I keep myself out of situations like that. Like was like my last job. Oh my god, my last job I had to get drug tested for. It was like I've been a bartender for like 17 years, and this was a bartending job, and I had to take a drug test. I was like, what, huh? I acted like I was out of the country for a week, and I was like, well, I can't start until da 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 da.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. Was it a good place to be?
Well, for a minute.
Okay. Was it the place near that stadium?
No.
Okay, well then never mind. All right. No, to me that's really obnoxious. If it's not at a casino, then no. I get at the casino, but then it's still kind of.
I don't even get at a casino. Actually, maybe no. I don't. No. If I can't kill anybody easily.
Yeah.
I don't need a drug test.
Yeah, to me that's kind of, I'm like, what are we doing? This is not about to change my life with this job. Yeah, this is just going to be a steady job.
And also is like, all that a drug test shows is that you were having fun when you were off work.
Yeah.
You know? There's like, it just says like you had fun before. Especially if like they're doing a preliminary drug test before you start work and be like, yeah, so I did drugs. Yes. I'm not going to do them at work.
To me, it's only targeting the certain drugs. It's because it doesn't target cocaine and stuff like that. You got to be, I think you got to be like high on the cocaine to.
I hear that it goes through your system really quickly.
Yeah, that's what I definitely hear that. So it's just like, it's not getting those people. To me, those people are the worst. Those people are the weirdest and unpredictable.
This is so crazy because like, so I take medication. And including like Adderall, and I like took the drug test, and then they like contacted my doctor. Well, I got my refill like 2 hours after I'd taken the drug test, and so they wouldn't accept that. They wouldn't accept that like prescription because it was post dated from when I took the drug test. I was like, no, but it's a refill. Okay. Like I had to go through so many like hoops. And I was like, you guys realize that I'm going to be doing. Never mind. I'm not going to incriminate myself.
Yeah. No. I mean, even I always lie and be like, yeah, I got a lot of fans in Singapore and shit. But I always say that to my guests, and they're always like, "What?" Yeah. Like, I don't think so.
We about to have a lot of fans from the Philippines.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they. So the song that Jarek and I did together, we're like watching the algorithm. What do you call it? I don't know. You know, the charts and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I blowing up in the Philippines? And he's like, oh, that's my family. I was like, how big is your fucking family, Jarek?
No,
and then I met them, and yes, they are that big. Okay.
No, that's awesome. And then they probably just gravitate towards like a lot of American good stuff. And then that song is a good song. What's the name of the song?
It's called Never Gonna Happen, aka the Bar Dick song. It's about that dude, that drunk old dude who won't leave you alone at a bar. Not taking a hint. You know.
And this song is on iTunes as that. What do you type in to find it, or how do you find it?
You can look up my name, Jessica Cutts, JESSIKACUTTS, or you can look up Never Gonna Happen or the Bardic song.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. You got a song out.
Yeah, and now that we got Jarek coming back in the picture, every single time we speak, he's like, okay, we got to work on this. So,
Jarek is a phenomenal producer that we both worked with.
Producer and just, oh my God.
Phenomenal talent.
God, he found fucking stand-up bass in the trash and learned how to play it in like a day. He's like, yeah, it's got a little crack. How does this sound? And I'm just like, you could be in an orchestra, you motherfucker. I was like, have you ever played this before? He's like, no, but I kind of understood. I was like, ah. That's the beauty of being multilingual, man. Like,
yeah,
you break that part in your brain where you can start to understand languages in that way that it just becomes easier to
kind of do stuff. I think, and then he, I don't know if did you play an instrument growing up?
I played piano, but I hated my teacher. So it's like I refused to learn. I was okay.
What age was this?
I guess like from
or grade.
8.
You don't gotta say the grade.
I was like 8 years old to like 16.
No, you played a while. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. You had the same teacher the whole time?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, see, I was going to say quickly, I think Jarek still has it because he played an instrument and just never stopped playing instruments.
Yeah, so it's like,
a lot of people kind of stop. You have a break.
It was such a chore to me. And the thing is, I love music and I love writing music and I love singing. But this bitch made this into such a chore that it's like, by principle, I would do as little of it as possible.
Yeah. No,
and I hate that I had that experience because I mean, oh my God, how much easier my life would be if I still if I had retained a lot of that or,
I feel like
trained that,
Piano's a more, you could do more with playing the piano than with a lot of other instruments.
Yeah, so it's like I play ukulele now, but and it's because
every female comedian plays ukulele.
I know. So it's like I can play a little guitar. I did like this independent film, and I had to be a guitar player, and so they taught me how to pretend like I was playing the guitar, and I was like, oh, I actually picking this up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And
that's because you played the piano.
Yeah, and then by the end of that filming, that was the end of that, and I plateaued, but I still, but I discovered that a ukulele is much smaller, and if I want to sing and play at the same time, whenever somebody brings a guitar, there's expectations, impress me. But if I bring this teeny ass little ukulele, I'm setting the bar low. It's like, oh, this bitch about to sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, like a little Jack Johnson or something.
Yeah.
And I'm not super good at it, but it's just there. It honestly, it's like the song that Jarek and I did together. I wrote it on the ukulele, and it was just kind of like a silly small bar song, and then he heard it and just turned it into 90s dance pop hit. And overnight he's just sending me, he was like, how does this sound? I was like, oh my God, okay, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, no, he's good. I wanted him to make some, I think what I want from him could be done for free. Really, I just need some sound bites.
Is it sex?
No. I can't afford Jarek anyway.
Yeah, he's employed.
Yeah, he's employed. He's got money. You got to offer him.
He's not like us.
Bigger money. He's got a car, so you can't even lure him with a ride.
I prefer the term that you and I we're retired. We might come out of retirement, hopefully, but
yeah, no, I'm looking for a job right now, so it's just kind of it's super frustrating. I just want to get back ahead. I might have to get another roommate. I might look for a comedian roommate. It was just the last roommate we had in here was just bad.
I get that.
Yeah, she was, but it was bad in a way where she was just really we're junky. She was
I'm looking at your place right now. It is not it. No, you got some wires and electrical shit and video game things, but
it's
you guys got plans. You're keeping them alive.
It's a lot of clutter. I would say it's clutter. It's clutter, but it's not nasty.
Yeah. See, my thing. I like clutter. I like that.
Okay.
I like a full room, a room that has a lot of stories and energies to it.
Her name was Tina, and she was nasty.
Y'all let a girl named Tina live with you?
Yeah, her name was Tina. She was older than us.
Shout out to all the Tinas who are listening to this right now. You suck.
Yeah, she was but she was nasty in a way where she would one day she cooked eggs, you can tell where she cracked the eggs, and then it's like a trail of the egg to the pan and on the stove. Didn't clean that up for a day until it was addressed. And then it was another time where she made a sandwich. She used a spoon to put mayonnaise on the sandwich, licked the spoon, and you could tell she licked it, put it on the counter, left it there for a whole day. I came back the next day, and then I was just like, hey, can you just kind of, and then not in an attitude, can you get that spoon you got? And then she was like, what spoon? I was like, the spoon with the mayonnaise. And then at first she was like, I don't eat mayonnaise. And I was like, the spoon with the white stuff you used to make the sandwich yesterday.
It's an aioli.
Yeah. And then she went and got it. And then it was another time where she cooked breakfast and it was like she had bacon and it was literally bacon from the kitchen to where you're sitting. It was like I can see some bacon trails.
A little
like
bacon trail? Oh
yeah, and then I'm like, you're losing bacon. Like it was like you're losing.
That's actually, no, that's a crime right there.
Yeah, I was like, that's the key part of the thing. So it was she would do a lot of stuff like that, and I was like, this is you can't, you're not good.
Yeah, no, I'm a pretty messy person. Whenever I live with other people, I try to keep my mess to myself. But with with my last roommate, who love of my life, dear heart of mine, he's passed now, but
sorry about that.
I'm a slow eater. Like, we're watching TV and like have a plate or whatever, and he'll go to start taking like the dishes to the sink, and I'm like, no, I'm not done yet. He's like, what the fuck? Why aren't you done? We're eating. We've been eating for 2 hours, and I was like, no, but I'm just gonna take my time. And he's like, no, you're gonna leave it there, and then we're gonna get drunk, and then I'm going to wake up in the morning and that plate's going to have a name. And I'm like, yeah. But so now I just live by myself and name all my dishes. Everything's clean right now. It's like not clean, but like.
It is a struggle when you cook your own food. Because I'm like, shit's going to always be dirtier in the sink.
Right. Well, these days I've got a dishwasher, which has been a godsend. Yeah. Not that I use it that often, but I honestly, I don't cook at home very often. So I love to cook for like other people. Like if I've got people coming over or something like that. But for myself, because of the mess that it makes, I'm like, I can't justify all this. It's like, but I can put some aluminum foil on a baking sheet, throw some bacon on there, put it in the oven, and then I can just throw away the aluminum foil.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
I love, from working at restaurants, I love meal prepping. Love or like just prepping, like cooking like 2 cups of rice, and then just like 3 days straight, I got rice that I just need to heat up a little bit. All I'm doing is just sauteing some chicken. You know, like I need to simplify it like that. I got to do it like that. Like right now, I got some pasta that I made a couple days ago.
I don't know if you've heard of the new diet that's rocking the nation, but it's called Girl
Cocaine
Dinner.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I like that meme. I do that. I did that meme at my last job.
Like, I didn't know that was a thing, but that's how I have eaten my entire life. Like I'm making myself a charcuterie board. Like yeah. I'm gonna get some like little sausages, some cheeses. I'm gonna get some crackers, like cut up a vegetable and put it there. Like my version of cooking anything is like that bacon in the oven.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, put some Brussels sprouts with it.
Oh, I have some Brussels sprouts in my refrigerator right now.
I really thought about getting some today at Costco. I was
like them. They're teeny tiny cabbages.
Never thought about them like that. All right.
They're going to look so cute the next time you see them. Like, if you think of that, like, it gives me the same kind of as like looking at like baby shoes.
Yeah, because then you feel like you're obligated to cook them whole. And lately I've been sauteing a lot of cabbage where I just chop it up.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, no, then I could just get the Brussels sprouts and chop them up.
Yeah, now you could just like
cook them. I don't got to cook them whole.
Yeah.
It just makes you, sometimes you're like, gotta cook them whole. I don't want to eat a whole Brussels sprout. I gotta cook it whole.
Yeah. Gotta cook it whole.
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, all right. That's sometimes you think like that. You think you think in a box, a certain box away. In a way.
You know what else? So it's like I said, I don't cook for just myself, but like for New Year's, like I don't know if it's everywhere. I know it's a huge thing in the South. For good luck, you have to have black-eyed peas and cornbread. And so I had to keep that going. Okay. And I made I don't know how
to cook that.
And so I made my cornbread. It was like a honey jalapeno cornbread. Shit is bussin'. So
yeah. Well, I definitely, I'm the cornbread man. Yeah. I got to make some cornbread for you then. So yeah, we got to.
Ooh, we can have a cornbread contest.
Yeah, for real. Because and then I made some when I worked
Delta versus Detroit.
Yeah, no, I jazz it up. I put a lot of stuff into it.
Mine. I put jalapenos in mine, And you guys are real corn up in there.
Yeah.
I put some honeys. I put some paprika, some cayenne. I put a little sugar, a little salt. And,
no, I'm telling you, I got a method, and then it's like it'll be smoky. People were giving me compliments.
All right, okay, yeah.
And so yes.
Oh yeah, we got to do this. Okay, so no, what I was saying with my black eyed peas, because I was like, that's so sad to just like eat black eyed peas. So they had collard greens, so I cooked some collard greens and bacon, and then I put it with the black eyed peas. And I put some onions and garlic and some pepper in there. Oh my god! And like just like I don't know, a whole stick of butter. It was so fucking good that I've made it twice since then for just myself, and it's just like in my freezer, in my refrigerator.
Okay.
I fart a lot.
I got to get back into cooking with more coconut oil, because I used to cook with coconut oil all the time. Mm-hmm. Just the last year, I've just kind of just been saying fucking and cooking with butter. I don't know, I sound like a very picky and stuff, but yeah, like I used to be like real heavy, and so I think when I was skinniest is when I was cooking with the coconut oil and only eating butter every once in a while. And now I cook with butter a lot. It's some stuff you just gotta, if you're sauteing some garlic, you gotta use butter. You gotta use butter with certain pastas.
I have a butter problem. Like today I made some toast. I was like, let me put some butter on the toast. I put like 2 tablespoons of butter on that toast before I put it in the oven.
Yeah. Sometimes it has to be done.
I was like, I just wanted a butter receptacle.
Yeah. You deserve it. No.
I do, yeah.
And then I worked at one place where they had a steamed broccoli, but it came with a beurre monté sauce. And then I would just joke with the tables, and I would be like, you know what beurre monté sauce is? And they were like, no. And I'm like, that is fancy for butter.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I'm like, that's fancy for liquid butter, y'all. Let's go. And then they'll get it, and then like they'll be scared of it. And I'm like, you gotta taste it. And then they're like, oh my god, like, and it's just funny. It's like, this is just kind of like liquefied butter, but it's a beurre monté sauce. And I'm like, all right, I've been cooking like steamed broccoli now for like the last. Ever since I got fired.
I love a vegetable. I gotta say, it's like, okay, so like down in the South, we've got our soul food, we've got our Creole Cajun stuff. Here in Chicago, we've got big ass pizza stuff, we got weird ass hot dog stuff, we got all kinds of Chicago specific foods. What's something that is Detroit specific?
Oh, I came up with this analogy. Every region has a starch with slop on top.
So what's your starch with slop?
They eat French chili fries or chili cheese fries.
Chili cheese fries?
Yeah, and this is just a specific kind of chili where the chili is just more meat forward.
I thought Detroit was hard. That's some childish shit.
No, it's not childish. A lot of people die at those Coney Island places at night. So yeah, it's a very dangerous place getting your chili cheese fries. So it's
oh my God.
But yeah, it's no.
I hear chili cheese fries and I'm just like, oh.
Nah. It's usually those, and then they're called Coney Islands or whatever. There's one on Chicago, and that's a business I'll plug that's not paying me. It's on Chicago and Grand.
Oh, I know exactly where that. Yeah. No, I've been there before.
Yeah, the Lola's Coney Island. They have Chicago dogs, and they have the Detroit hot dogs with chili cheese fries. It's kind of cool because you can test them out both back to back. I like the Chicago one. I never really ate pickles just because hasn't been around it. The Chicago one does have a lot going on with like
it does. I was a little confused whenever I first saw it. I thought it was just like, is this a hot dog or a salad? Because it's got sports peppers, it's got relish, it's got onions, it's got tomato slices, it's got a pickle spear.
Yeah, that's why I was just about to comment on that whole pickle spear is kind of hard to get around.
And mustard, never ketchup. And then you got sesame seeds on the bun.
Yeah, which is
not sesame seeds, poppy seeds on the bun.
Yeah.
And if you can manage to get a bite with everything in it, it's fire. But then you can't get a second bite with everything in it because everything is falling apart.
Yeah, no, it is kind of.
It's the taco problem.
Yeah, it's kind of. Maybe I'll do it next time when I have the money and all that stuff. I'm gonna go to, because I did it before. I just didn't record it. I got the Chicago dog and put chili on it, and put the Detroit style chili on it. It was
you're insane.
It was pretty good. It was very different.
Wait, you're fucking with like pickles and peppers and mustard, and chili.
Yep. All on a hot dog. It was good. Chicago meets Detroit. Or, Detroit with Chicago with a little bit of Detroit on top. That's what I would say. So, that's our thing. That
sounds like your ass meets the toilet.
Yeah, but you got to drink a lot of water. You'll be okay.
Drink a lot of water.
Yeah. Or, I should have said rush it down with a Faygo.
Faygo.
Diet Faygo. They have the Faygos there, too. It's cool. You never get Faygo in this city unless you're in a bad neighborhood. That's
the thing that the insane clown posse people like, right? The Juggalos? The Juggalos.
Yeah, the Juggalos. Whoop, whoop.
Oh, my God. So a friend of mine, he wrote a play called Juggalicious for, New York Play Festival. This was years ago. And he did a lot of research with all these Juggalos. And they asked if they could come to New York Theater Festival. And they did.
Yeah, family.
And he was he was all dressed up in his suit, but he had this bling. And whenever I tell, okay, so this guy's the twinkiest looking, short, white, blonde. He looks like Peter Pan.
Okay, basically describe me.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Your inner white boy.
Yeah.
The one who's speaking.
Yeah, really. There's a fat white woman inside of me. But
there's a fat woman inside of me too.
Yeah, see, she's from Winnetka. She just likes ranch and hummus.
I love ranch. I fucking love ranch. No, but this little dude, he all these Juggalos came to this hoity-toity intelligentsia thing, and he had his full suit on with a hatchet man chain.
Yeah,
it's bling.
I love a well put together Juggalo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one. It's a group called Twisted, and they were Juggalos come in all shapes and sizes. Don't think we all dress like this. Yeah,
I learned a lot about the Juggalos, whatever, because he was had just finished the thing, so the enthusiasm. I think magnets are crazy.
No, I mean I still don't know how they work. How do they work? I'm part 15% Juggalo. I don't know if I ever said that, but I'm 10 or 15%, no more than that.
You can get out of college from that.
Yeah, or I don't know. I probably can get a discount on some good H.
Yeah, there you go.
To be I'm a hatchet man, right? And then I'll tell them my favorite lyric. My favorite lyric from them is Red Rum, I'm a ruthless stalker, slap old ladies up out they walker.
Ooh, I like that.
So yes, that's off the Bizarre album. Not even
off their walker, up out they walker.
That's what I'm saying. Yes,
centrifugal force, you moving up and out.
Yeah.
Yes,
no.
I could do that.
Slapping ninjas out the hiding spots. Yeah, that's off the Bizarre album. That's the only album I bought of theirs. Highly entertained. It's one of those things you just dipped in and dipped out. I don't know if you ever did that before, but I'm highly entertained by this. Don't think I'm gonna buy another one, but I like this one though. This was dope.
I'm trying to think. I'm sure. If I were to still have my flip book of CDs, there'd probably be some stuff that I'd be oh yeah, I forgot about that time.
Yeah, no, and I wish I'd. Because having Spotify, you have access to that shit, but you never think about it with the real CDs. You can just flip through it and be oh, I did have this. I just had a weird thought. It's a rapper named Sticky Fingers.
Okay.
And he had an album where it was done like a movie. It literally started off with the Universal theme, and it was called The Diary of Man Jones or something, Damon Jones or some shit.
Uh-huh.
And it was literally done like a movie. And I remember when I was a little kid, this is kind of cool. And then I listened to it a couple of days ago, and I'm this is wax sauce. This is 100% wax sauce.
Wax sauce is that hot dog, chili hot dog that you had.
No,
that's wax sauce hot dog.
That's actually a good combination. But that Diary of a something Jones album, I was this is not good.
What is the cringiest thing that I'm trying to think? Because sorry, I got hypnotized by this weird
Katy Perry and the chess.
The Katy Perry thing. Sorry, we're still watching the Super Bowls of days gone by.
Yeah, we got the I hear her family's fucking up apple cider vinegar now. We got to watch out for that.
They're fucking up apple cider vinegar?
Yeah, it's some people saying that
they on ops?
Yeah, it was like Katy Perry and a few other celebrities invested in Bragg's, that company. Bragg's.
That's like the like whatever you think of the bottle of it.
Yeah, like to me, I should have known something was up when they came out with different flavors of apple cider vinegar.
What?
And I was just like, who wants a different flavor? Like, you use this for what you use it for. My thing is, and then it's just kind of visceral, but when you take a shot of it, you know, like things that like medicine don't taste good.
Yeah, no, so, it's like it was like me. I was like, I don't like ginger, but like a shot of ginger, like if you could get like fresh pressed ginger and take a shot of it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I just like took drugs. I'm like, yeah, got it.
No, yeah, it's just spicy for me. The apple cider vinegar, I take a shot of it, my body literally goes, whew. Like I can tell when it's everywhere. I tell when it's here. I can tell when it's down here, and then I'm like, ugh. And when
I'm afraid to take a shot of apple cider vinegar. I feel like I immediately want to go after some essential oils or something.
I don't know. I mean, like I remember one time I took it before I went to sleep, and I just remember I slept so well. And I don't know. I was like, was it the day? Was it that? So it was like good.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't the apple cider vinegar.
I think it may have been, but I was going to say I bought a bottle of, it was like it was turmeric flavored, or it was some berry flavored. And it was kind of apple cider vinegary, but when my body didn't do the thing, I was like, I don't know if this works. I don't know if it's working. Even like sometimes I would swallow the apple cider vinegar with some other shit to mask it. And then it was, no, not vodka, but it was so funny how, like, you know how I said I could feel where it's at. And, like, I masked it. When it got down here, I still did the
little body shivers.
Yeah, it was like with it, like I didn't feel it until it got in my stomach, and then it was still like, oh geez.
It was like, hey, now I know my insides.
Yeah, I think my body is just like, it's so much fucked up shit down here. Like, you sent this healthy shit? What?
Yeah.
Like, what is this shit? This is
like
not.
Whenever you clean your oven, your whole house like smells awful.
Yeah, you're just like, whoa, geez, what?
No, just keep it dirty.
This is not greasy at all.
Keep it crusty, my friend.
Yeah. So no, I got to look into that and see, and then when I was at Costco, I was gonna buy they have a 3-pack of apple cider vinegar, but you know, I was on the bus today. I hate being on the bus with all that stuff. It's so tiresome.
Yeah.
It makes me want to be like, I need to get back into working out because I'm weak. But you're constantly holding something. Yeah. Then I had that big ass bottle of Reposado.
I would have dropped that fucking apple cider vinegar and be like, okay.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. I have like a little.
That's my Sophie's choice right there.
Oh, really? Yeah. If you had to choose between the apple cider vinegar or the Reposado,
it was gonna be the Reposado. Even the Kirkland's Reposado.
Oh, you would have kept it or dropped it?
No, I'm gonna keep it.
Oh, okay. You would have dropped the apple cider. Okay. You would have just bought the apple cider pills.
I would have just drank the Reposado.
Oh yeah. No, I put it in that. I made a espresso martini with it. It was okay.
Yeah.
We really got to clean up. My roommate got a espresso machine for Christmas or some shit. So I was like, he keeps dropping hints. I'm like, he's like, yeah, you know, if we had the counter space, I'd put it up. So I was like, all right.
Y'all got a big ass room, you know, like you could probably get like another flat surface to put it on.
Yeah, no, the thing is, what it was like, I want to.
I see a chair and a milk crate right there. Look at that.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's my that's my setup when I do my other podcast when I'm recording. Now everybody knows the camera's on a chair and a chair and a crate.
Oh shit! Like Marvel's got stuff like hanging by twine. Like okay, yeah, just
yeah, the chair and a crate, and then the blue screen is dollar store shit. But you know, it's all good.
Yeah.
I found, and then it's just, you've always seen blue screen. You should do blue screen like for dark situations or dark people or people with black hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, I was like, oh, okay, I want to experiment with that. You know, like everybody does green, I'm going to do blue.
Yeah, and also it's like if you want to get into like any acting or auditions, like that's kind of the norm these days for like any filmed audition pieces that you'll bring in.
Oh, okay, do a blue or green screen.
Blue is like typical.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Oh, you're giving up the secrets. Okay.
Yeah. If you want to be heavily employed like I am. Yes.
You're more employed than most of the people I've talked to. Then it's funny, you're more employed than some of the than a lot of the comedians we're on the circuit with. You're an open mic comedian as well.
I actually was kind of surprised by that. Like whenever I was like, fuck this job, I have a little bit of savings. I got my side hustles, you know, and I'm just gonna do this for a couple months. Sorry, there's like a car horn beeping, like beep beep beep.
Yeah, hopefully it's not fucking up
and
our
so like
thing.
I, whenever you start talking with people like at the mics, and they're like, "So, where do you work?" And I was like, "Oh, well, so like, because I've never said I'm unemployed before. I've always had 1 to 3 to 4 jobs, like, and so my brain doesn't know how to understand it. And then like every other person I'm talking to, they're like, "Yeah, I'm unemployed too." I'm like, "But how are you getting by?"
Yeah, you find out it's a lot of trust fund people.
Yeah, it's like, a
lot of trust fund
like,
people.
I got myself a safety net, but like I put it there.
Yeah, no, and then you can tell you're not because you're honest about where you're from. The trust fund people are just like, so yeah, I'm a struggling comedian. I'm like, you're only struggling because you don't want to talk to your dad.
No, you're just struggling. You're not a comedian.
Yeah, it's like you're not. No, like you're a rich person. It gets the people who claim to be from Detroit and then they never have a Detroit story.
Yeah, you don't have a Detroit story.
Yeah, they're just like, I'm from Detroit. So when I was growing up, we used to always go skiing and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, talk. No.
You know what's so funny is because like I kind of have the kind of opposite thing. Like I've always been like too proud to ever take any money, but I was a Delta debutante. I was in Cotillion Club. Like beauty reviews, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
I could see it. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're real stylish today.
Am I? Oh, I did do my makeup today, and that's just because I was avoiding doing work, and I could just keep contouring.
Okay. No. And then I noticed you were doing your makeup before we set up, and then I was like, I don't got the cameras down.
No, that's just because my lips are dry.
I was like, she's gonna be pissed off. It's not even on camera.
Oh,
she's
shit.
putting all that
Shit
on her lips.
No, it's like is like it's colored, but it's like glassy.
Okay.
I forgot how much weight Missy Elliott had lost.
I love it. Just because I started following Monique when she lost the weight because I loved her message. Just like that. Hey, well, let's be healthier. Let's we eat what we want sometimes.
Same thing with Adele. Like, people like, how dare she was supposed to be. And it was like, no, she's a human being. Like,
people want to be, and then it's a different quality of life. Sometimes when you lose 50 pounds, you're just like, I'm walking different. Things are different for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like having sex is a lot different if you lose 50 or more pounds. Like you just have a different quality of life. My biggest thing was too, just buying clothes at the mall. I used to have to get like 3X and 4X shirts, and I worked at American Eagle, and so I was wearing 42 pants, and so it was just like I would call because we got everything half off, but they would only get 1 40 pants and 1 2X hoodie or shirt, and so anything bigger than that you would have to call the online, and so I used to have to do that for everything. And they knew who I was. One time I called and I was like, hey, it's Martez at store number 60. They were like, 60, sorry, the one in Michigan? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, and it was just like, no.
We got your T-shirts here.
Yeah, and it was like, yeah, we got the 42 pants over here.
We got your 42s over here.
Yeah, and then they send it to the store for free and all that kind of stuff. But it was like when you lose weight, now I wear 36. Now I can get stuff at the mall. You
can look at something and be like, I like that.
Or I can try it on. And it's still weird when I try on something that's 36. Like, oh man, I remember I literally 36 was my size in like 7th grade. I remember 8th grade on, I was 40s and 42s. So like I'm wearing like 36.
Well, I'm glad that you're feeling a lot better and feeling Yeah,
no, I have a shirt that I had in 6th grade. It's a McDowell because I was on the basketball team. Sometimes I wear that shirt just to be obnoxious because it says best basketball team ever in 1996.
Aww.
So it's but then you just like you think about the like 1996. What the fuck? And then you still fit it and
actually, I mean, yeah,
You got shit from 1996 you can still fit?
96. No.
Okay.
But like.
Or like when you were in the 6th grade, you can be like, I can fit this still.
That
either means I'm smaller or I was a big kid.
Not pants, but.
Like a shirt though? Yeah, that's what. Yeah, not the pants, but the shirt. It was just like I'm either smaller or I was a big kid for me to be able to still.
No, I've always been wee. I've been wee. Tiny little waggle. Actually, I did a sketch a couple years ago, and in it, I was supposed to be like a cheerleader who was like from the early aughts, which that was me. And I still had the cheerleading uniform, and I was like, well, I'll just like put the top on because it's all that. And I put it on. I was like, is this how it was supposed to look when I was in high school? Because all the other girls had breasts and they had butts. Like, I just look like a little boy.
No.
Yeah.
You can tell the difference. That's funny. I was talking to a person last night at the bar. They had to tell me that they were a boy because I mentioned a girl twice, and then he was like, nah, I see what you get, but I'm a boy though.
See, honestly, like that's actually how it goes.
He was like really cool about it. I was like, okay.
The thing is, like, whenever you see somebody, anytime you see examples of people on TV who are so very obviously dressed to project a specific gender, and you're like, excuse me, ma'am, and you're like, did you just gender me?
Yeah,
like,
see, no, it's...
yes, like the same way, like, if you were holding a passport and I was like looking for somebody to go through the TSA line, I'd probably go to you. Like, yes.
Yeah.
And now, like, of course, like, as like I understand, is like you can be a femme and them, but I know lots of non-binary people, and not one of them get even a little bit mad if you misgender them upon meeting.
Yeah, you just let them know.
Gently correct, and you'll be like, "I will. Thank you.
Yeah, it was like, thank you very much. You have your earrings are shaped like hearts.
Yeah, and it's like and like also it's like whenever is like the kind of overcorrection of my blue-hearted liberal friends, as I am one of those too, but I try to be logical as well. But like they'll just like every single human being they meet, they're like, what are your pronouns? I'm like, we don't have to do this.
Yeah, that's the one.
You don't need to ask me what my horoscope sign is or my pronouns. You can just not know either way, and we could probably get along just fine.
Yes.
Or you can see the fact that I'm wearing a mini skirt and hoop earrings and probably assume that I'm going with she. And if I'm not, like if I am non-binary, if I actually go by he, I'll just tell you that.
Yeah. No, lately, those are the red flag people. Lately, when you get older, where some people where you're just like, let me kind of dip in and dip out of this conversation, because I'm super duper friendly and I'm trying to talk and meet friends, and I'm like, I don't think this is going to end the wrong way no matter what I say. So it's just like, let me kind of get in and get out of this shit.
Yeah. It's the same kind of thing as like the people who get offended. It's not the people who are actually involved. It's the people trying to be overly empathetic to make themselves feel good.
Yes. Yeah. And it's, yeah. No,
that like, it's the ally, the selfish ally kind of thing.
Yes, that's exactly. I think I told you the racist date I went on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly that, where it's just like, hey, you should watch the 1619 Project.
Hey,
and I'm like,
what? Oh my God, you just said that as soon as I walked into your house. I was like, did you see the Cat Williams?
Oh yeah, I mean, well, that's better than this.
Oh, but no, honestly, it's like I've been on a rabbit hole with it, but
yeah, just a woman telling you that, and then I'm glad I've been doing the joke like, does she go on a date with Asian guys? Like, hey,
this
Google
bitch is like getting
Square.
prepared for a date, and she's trying to make figure out conversations, and that was her thing. Like, this is just like,
yeah, she was like, you should Google that. You should know about the 1619. I was like, I should know about slavery. That. You just told me to Google slavery. Would you tell an Asian guy to Google Tiananmen Square? Would you be like, hey, Google what happened in 1985? Like, it was like, I don't think you know. Like, what's the purpose of this? Yeah, this fake bleeding heart shit. Oh, and the kicker was when she said, because I was like, the only type of black people you've been around have been like ghetto downtrodden people. Like, you haven't been around other type of people. With the way she's talking, because she was like, I hate the police, they should be eradicated. I was
like you're saying that her. No, the thing is, she's probably never been around a black person. She's just like making assumptions.
But she told me the one she had, she was a teacher in Gary, Indiana, and so that's her. And you know, Gary, Indiana is just not the best place.
Yeah, no, they're all bad.
Yeah, but Gary, Indiana's bad. But it was like she was just that's her. I'm like, you were there.
They're bringing drugs.
Yeah, it was like you were in the worst spot, and then she was like, I don't like that you said the word ghetto. That's like me saying the word white trash.
So Gary's white trash.
No, but I was like, there are ghetto people, there are white trash people, and we're here in the middle trying to stay away from both of them.
Yeah,
both groups. We're trying to be in the middle, be around all the good people. And then it was just like, if that's not a reasonable thing, if you don't think that's reasonable, we just can't connect.
Yeah, it's like honest, like
Yeah, it was. That's why, like, I'm down to. I feel like it's down here because people are younger. They're more younger minded. Up where you're at, it's more older. They're more older with it. They live more reality.
I live in like the lesbian. I live in the lesbian neighborhood in Andersonville. And it's like where all of the boys from Boys Town move to whenever they've aged out of Boys Town and want to settle down and like adopt a baby. And like still be able to go out to a bar, but like reasonably.
Yeah, reasonably, and it's not like like they don't have like leather shops in the window and all that stuff.
Yeah, they do.
It is still like that in Andersonville. See, I haven't really explored Andersonville.
It's cute.
I didn't know if you want to be doxed a thing like
cute.
that. Okay. Yeah, it was everything I've gone up there has just been low key and just
See, that's it. Yeah. It's like the fact that it's like you think it's low key, and like, but whenever you start like looking past the like the golden veil or the blue and yellow Swedish veil, it's like no, there's a sex store called Early to Bed. Actually, it used to be right across from my old apartment, and I was living with this other girl, and she runs and she's like, guys, we thought she was in trouble. She's like, it's a sex store. We're like, what are you having a fucking stroke? Like, what's happening? She's like, the mattress store. It's a sex store, because the name of the place was just called Early to Bed, and it just had this like window with a happy little mattress.
That's funny. All right, yeah, and then but they are low key with that, like that though. That's kind of funny.
Yeah. It was like you can't.
That's classy.
Yeah, you can't see anything obscene, but like there's gay shit everywhere.
Yeah, they got the decorum. They got more decorum.
Yeah,
but I know it's more welcoming for like other. It's just like a no, because they have a place called Pizza Lobo up there too.
Yeah, Pizza Lobo's good.
Yeah, that was just like, all right, they got that up there. I know the Little Bad Wolf was up there. Mm-hmm. They got like regular places where like.
Yeah, no, it's like not everything is gay, and like, well, I mean.
Remember that. If you don't remember anything out of this conversation, folks, remember not everything is gay. That's
except your dad.
Yep. Except your dad in that car you drive.
Yeah.
No.
Whenever I had a car, it was a 2004 Nissan Sentra. It was maroon, and it had a personalized license plate that said "cut up."
Cut up.
Yeah, it was my dad's idea, and I thought it was so dumb. I was like, I have to put this on my car.
Okay.
And every single time that I park my car, somebody's like, Jessica Cutts, do you have a personalized license plate that says "cut up" with 2 T's? I was like, who else would it be? It also got a "I love lemur" sticker on it.
Okay. Yeah, no, I like it for that reason.
Colored rear view mirrors.
I love it for that reason. When people just know what you. Yeah.
Like, I do miss that car.
I hung out with a girl in college, and she was rich, but she was low key rich. Like she didn't hide it, but it wasn't flaunting.
Yeah.
But it was like when you talk to her, and then she mentioned horses one time, and it was just like, the fuck, what?
Yeah.
And then she had 2 or 3 different cars she would drive to campus at Baker, or I shouldn't have said it, but they all had her last name. It started with a T, and it was like but it was like her last name and then number 1, number 2, or number 3. And it was just like, oh shit! Like this bitch is not playing with this.
Yeah, no, it's like there's people like that from my hometown, and
I like it though when they're just like, yeah, but it's not obnoxious with it. It would be better if some of these comedians over here would just be like, yeah, I'm rich, like especially the fake Detroit ones, and they'll be like, yeah.
Honestly, there's so much material with that. Just lean the fuck into it.
Yes. And that's the biggest thing when you're just I'm Detroit, and then you got a story about growing up in Ann Arbor. It's really Ann Arbor or some shit. And it's just like, come on, dude, talk about living in Ann Arbor. Talk about living in your fancy suburb that's 6 miles north of Detroit.
Yeah.
Like, it's not Detroit. It's not. And then I told one person, I'm like, but
how many gates did you have to go through before you got to your house?
Yeah, that, or I was just like, it's normal stuff that, like, it's a different quality of life that you had. Like, literally, like, did your mom ever tell you, hey, you walk a different way to school because they found a dead body in the park last night, so you walk a different way? Mm-hmm. You ever had that kind of alert in the morning? Like, your mom be like, we're going to go a different way. Like, well, come on.
I live like 30 miles away from the nearest building, so there was no walking for me.
But yeah, but you know, like,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it was like,
but see, you can say that.
Like, yeah, no, they're trying to be hard. Like, I'm from Detroit. Like, I mean, I will say is like, I like, whenever I was in Atlanta, I did not live in like the safest neighborhood in Atlanta, but it was also kind of like a neighborhood of families. Like,
sometimes it's what you got to do to live reasonable, where it's just like, I'm not coming here to fucking raise the rent or anything like that. I want to live somewhere and not bother anybody, and I'll be good.
Yeah, and this is also like, I think also, like, you know, after I had been in my like little very sheltered type of place in Mississippi for so long, and there were like, whenever I was like, I got the job in Atlanta, I was like, at first I like, of course, was kind of pushed to like live in the nicer neighborhood, and then I was like, nah, I'm gonna go get my own place, and it was so much better, and I love it.
Yeah. No, I definitely want to give Atlanta a try, just to be around a different.
Have you ever been to Atlanta?
No, I have not. So I need to visit, especially when I get more money.
You will really love it.
Yeah. How do you feel about this? Even though this might be ignorant, I was going to say Jacksonville seems like an Atlanta-ish type of place. Have you ever been to Jacksonville?
Right. It does sound ignorant.
Okay. All right.
Do you know? I was actually born in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, I mean, like, was it cool? I've heard when people are not trying to be obnoxious.
I was popping off in '87.
Yeah, see.
No, I haven't really been there all that much. I know people from there, and I can only assume from their demeanor and behavior, it's probably not that cool.
Okay. I don't know. It's when you hear people.
So here's the thing: is like, so Atlanta is in the South. It is a southern city, but it is like the metro hub of the South. It's where everybody escapes their rural roots to go to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jacksonville, you were just there already.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean. It's just, I heard two different comedians just give funny takes. Both of them talked about the beach. One guy just didn't say what goes on the beach. He was just like, every time I go there, I just go to the beach and I just have a ball. And then this one guy was like, yeah, the beach is fun. He was like, Jacksonville is interesting. He was like,
what, you trying to get a tan?
No. I mean, I just want to go some cool place. But he was like, it's white people on the beach braiding hair and cooking Caribbean food. It was like funny as hell the way he said it. He was like, Jacksonville is very unique. And like,
I was like, what? I have not been there recently, so maybe it would be worth an adventure.
Yeah, it seems like a good place to visit. And then, Corey Holcomb, who went on the beach, and then the weekend he went, it was raining. And so his next podcast on Tuesday, he was like, Jacksonville's okay, but it was raining, so I couldn't go to the beach.
Did you stick around for like 20 minutes because like the rain in Florida, like it's like rain.
Maybe
it's fine. It's gone.
So I don't know. Maybe it was just that was his time period. Yeah. It was raining. But it was funny the way he seemed kind of sad a little bit. He was like, it wasn't the same because I couldn't hung out. It was raining, so the beach wasn't the same. Like you could tell he just had a ball.
I just had a core memory come up to my head. Okay, so this was like a short story from like elementary school that like horrified me. It was like there was this place where it was like stormy and dark every day of the year except for one day where it was like bright and sunny.
Oh,
and like but like this one kid gets bullied or something like that, and he ends up having to stay inside, so he misses like the one day of sunshine. And I do not remember what the short story was or like I just remember violently crying, and I'm obviously still not over it.
That's funny. Okay.
Because deserve is such a loaded word.
Yeah. No, I thought that was going to be something that's unrelated to anything we got going on.
You're just talking about rain on the beach and like it just like snapped back at me. So.
Oh, okay. That's what made it. I was just like, what does it got to do with anything? All right. The rain on the beach.
Sorry. I'm just having an existential crisis.
No, I know how it is. I wish I had enough followers to tell me, because I want to strategically get a used car. Mm-hmm. And so down there where I was, people have trucks in the South.
Yes, they do.
But they don't up here.
No, they don't.
So I wonder, could I get a used truck for cheap? Because someone's like, let me get rid of this truck. Who wants this truck?
Well, can I tell you the reason that people do not have trucks in Chicago unless they are like working construction? Parking.
Oh, I mean, you don't have to tell me that. I had an Avalon. It's hard to park. I get that, but I'm talking about a deal where it's just someone's like, need to get rid of this truck. I'm willing to go like 50 miles outside of Chicago.
I feel like all you need to do is like go to Gary.
Yeah, all right. I mean, but
there'll be one on the side of the road with like a number in chalk. Okay,
I mean, but do you get what I mean? Though you get where I'm going, like that, or up here, it's probably a lot of SUVs for sale because everybody's got an SUV up here.
Mm-hmm. That is true. There's a lot of SUVs here.
Yeah, so if you look for a specific one, there's probably more. You can find more used ones than you could in any other town.
Yeah.
And I don't even want to say it, but I feel like minivans. Those are the secret. I will drive the fuck out of a minivan, and I don't care.
Oh my god, DJ's Letter Bite, you need a minivan.
Yeah, I don't.
I can only see you in a minivan now. If you get some car, no.
I definitely
we don't put our sliders in boxes.
No, like a Toyota Sienna or something like that, but just something good. But then I can put a whole bunch of my stuff in there because I want to move. I want to have a row machine. And I was like, a row machine will fit in a minivan or a truck.
You need one of those like Volkswagen vans.
Yeah, that won't be all right if it lasts. I'm always thinking about something that'll last. That doesn't last.
Yeah. I mean, the ones that still exist have lasted pretty far.
Oh, yeah, those old ones. Yeah, I'm not going to be fixing all that myself. I want one that's going to be good. I remember. Now we're watching. It's Eminem's performing now on the.
Yeah, it's that same one where 50 Cent was hanging upside down, and everybody was like, "Is he okay?" But he looked good.
Yeah, no, he looked like he just ate.
You can find me in a club.
Yeah, he looked like you could find him at the dinner table. That's what he was. It
looks like you could find him in a Jack in the Box hung upside down.
Yeah, no, I love it. But no, I'm not hating on him. I appreciate when people get older and stuff. He's still in shape and shit like that. He's just an older gentleman. I mean,
dude, okay, if you have that much money and that many people constantly taking care of you, you better like stay on it.
Yeah, no, he's good. It was just people. He's not supposed to be super tight. He's not trying out for nothing. He's just a regular dude, and he don't have to at all. He could be.
He got shot in the face. He's fine.
Yeah. No, yeah, that too. He could have not, but you still got to keep moving. You got to apply yourself more.
All of the things considered.
I love it. I love Anderson .Paak where he's got the Anderson .Paak on his on the drum set. He didn't sing or anything, but he's just gonna let you know, hey, I'm here.
Yeah. No, he looks like he got that jacket from Forever 21.
Okay, I got to look at it again.
Yeah. Is that? That looks like my dad's car a little bit.
That's funny.
My dad's got a 56 Chevy Bel Air that's turquoise and cream. And he's like souped it all up. The funniest thing, so like anytime I ever got a ding on my car, he would just flip the fuck out. I paid for shit too. But he sent me a picture and it was the 55 in the bayou, like it had slid down the bayou.
Oh no.
And it was like water. And I was like, what happened? He's like, well, I went to go get some recycled boxes. And one of the boxes hit the gear shift, and I was on the other side of the building, and I just heard a plop. And then I was like, finally, like after all this time, be like, you see, sometimes accidents just happen, Dad. It's like, no, I actually could not control what happened in the Jitney Jungle parking lot.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. I haven't heard that in a while. I thought that was only in Alabama. There was a Jenny Jungle in the Alabama where my family lived.
Yeah, we got our Jitneys and our Krogers and our Piggly Wigglies.
I rewinded it to play this part. Dr. Dre always has a piano, but when you see him play the piano, he always looks like a little kid trying to show you, hey, I know how to play the piano.
He does.
He doesn't look like a professional who's been doing this for 40 years. Yeah, he just looks like...
like whenever the Muppets play the piano.
Yeah, I mean, well, it looks realistic, but he looks like, hey, look. It is. Look, I am doing this. Like, that's what he looks like. Like, he's got that little smirk, like
meow 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 meow.
And he's got that little smirk, like everybody's looking, like, yeah, see, I'm playing this, and it just doesn't look like, yeah, I'm a proficient piano player. It just occurred to me that
like this setup, like right here, like the Snoop Dogg Eminem thing. This looks like the bathrooms at festivals.
Yeah, no, it does. It looks like it looks like porta potties.
Yeah,
or like big
some like the first class porta potties at Coachella.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say the VIP porta potties. Me and my friend Benjamin, we used to go to DIMF. Now it's called Music Festival in Detroit. Ooh. We went like 4 years in a row, and the last 2 years we went 4 or 5 years in a row. But it was like the last 2 or 3 years we did the VIP. Like when you get a taste of it, like you can't turn back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like we got our own bathrooms and stuff. We were kind of talking shit. We were a little obnoxious with our friends because it was like, oh, y'all gotta, okay, well then y'all use that bathroom. We gonna use the other ones. It was like
oh my god, yeah, no, I get it. Like I most of the times, like whenever I actually go to a festival, like because I have friends who work like festival circuits, like production kind of stuff, and whenever they're like, oh yeah, come on, and I was like, oh, then I'll get like some sort of VIP thing, and I always just feel so awkward because it's also like it's just me by myself because they're working. Yeah. So it's like you just see a lot of people like that bitch stole that wristband or something. I'm just like bopping, but it's like, wow, you sound so fancy, like you're always in the VIP. I'm like, by myself.
Yeah, no, you want friends to be in there.
I feel like Britney Spears and that diamond thing, like. Oh no! Now all I'm thinking is nobody wants to be lonely.
Yeah, I don't know if you're talking about her second video.
I'm having early 2000s Tourette's right now.
You're talking about her second?
She's so lucky, she's a star.
Yeah,
but she cries with the broken. Hey, please check out my album on Spotify, iTunes, and all places that music is sold.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, I used to sing that on stage. Why does my tears cry at night or something like that?
Yeah,
that's what
like
it is. Yeah. No, so yeah, Britney's a treasure.
Oh yes.
It was funny when I went to Destin, they were like, yeah, a lot of celebrities live down here. Jamie Lynn Spears used to live down here. And then I was just thinking to my head, like I wanted to be polite, but I'm like, why in the fuck is that the first celebrity? That's not a celebrity to me. Like, please say somebody else. Like, I love Britney.
Jamie Lynn Spears.
I don't give a goddamn about Jamie.
I'm trying to think of like another equivalent to like that level.
All due respect.
Gosh.
You can tell she's.
I was like, I'm putting some heavy disrespect on Jamie Lynn's name, but
can I tell you one thing I do disrespect of her?
Be born after Britney.
No, that, and then I could tell you why another reason. It was some kind of SWAT show, and they did this obstacle where you had to like run through the obstacles, and then when you got to the last part, it was a person dressed in full body armor. You ever seen like a self-defense class?
Yeah.
How the guy is like dressed up in armor. It was a person dressed like that, and then he was standing in the middle, like before you get to the finish line. He's in front, like aggressively, and then she ran up on him. She was tired from running the thing, and then the host is there, and she was like, "What do I do?" And then he was like, "You got to fight him to get past." And the way she had like fought to attack, you could tell she had to muster up the strength. You could tell like she's never had to fight or be around somebody like, "Who are you talking to, bitch?" Like even like simple like peer conversations, like men and women have that, like, I don't like that bitch. You got to like check somebody to be like, who you talking to, or may have to fight. You can tell she's like never been in a fight.
Oh my God. No, it's so funny you said this. Like, okay, so in Krav Maga, like one of the big things like with the training is
that's
what
cool.
they will literally physically wear you down before they start to teach you combinations.
That's cool.
Yeah, because the whole idea is that you need to like maintain your awareness whenever your body is exhausted and
that's exactly what I just what they made her go through and what I just
that's like that was like whatever I did, like Krav Maga training and stuff.
How long did you do that?
Not very long, about a year or so.
That's still long enough.
Oh, dude! Actually, I got mugged here in Chicago. Actually, I don't know if you were working with me, because it was still whenever you and I and Jarek were working together.
Okay.
And I had a second job, and I had like left there and was going to the second one, and some cracked out dude tried to like grab my bag and run, and it was attached to me, and so I turned around and like kicked him like in his booty hole. Okay. And then he turned around, slugged me in the face.
Jeez. And
then I hit him back, and then he hit me back, and I kicked him. He put me on the ground. You
didn't do an eye gouge?
No, like it was like a fucking MMA fight. But I mean, I feel like it lasted like 2 minutes. Nobody jumped in to help. Nobody.
Was this on the train?
No, this was underneath the train at Staten Lake.
Okay. Yeah, it's all shady under there.
Yeah, and there was like a circle of people.
That is downtown, though.
Yeah. There was a circle of people around us, women screaming like, stop, stop, stop. And finally, like this like bus boy from like a nearby restaurant like runs out, and just like the presence of him, the dude like runs and jumps up onto the red line. And then cops come like 5 minutes later. I'm still like, I mean, like, I like spit blood, and like I was gonna run after him. Like I was like adrenaline at this point.
Yeah.
Apparently, whoever called the cops, it got called in as a domestic dispute. They thought I knew this motherfucker, which makes us. He did not get any of my shit, but like it turned into like I guess we both had a lot of rage.
No, yeah, that's when you should have screamed. Like that bike I went to on Saturday. It was a aggressive homeless guy on the train. You know, like I'm from. Yeah. I hate always, but being from Detroit, you can just kind of see people's temperament.
You can tell. Like you can tell when somebody's a little desperate, a little gone. Like
or like you can tell like it's just a cracky person, but they're not gonna bother anybody, but they're cracky.
Yeah.
But they're cracky gonna bother you, but then it's like, are they cracky gonna touch you?
Yeah.
He was stage 5, like aggressive. As soon as it started, he had a beer box that had like a 24 pack, and he stuffed it in between the train and the entrance, and he was just like telling people like aggressively like go, that type of shit. So I was just this is starting off bad. And then he literally the only thing is, and then this is my thing too.
It's sad, but that doesn't mean it's not dangerous.
No, it's dangerous as fuck.
Yeah.
I said it.
People are like, oh, that's so sad. Like, no, but it's also dangerous.
I was about to say 2 things, and that's my one thing. My complaint with the white folks, that most of the white folks that live north side, they're usually rich from their suburb, and so they come to the city. This is their first taste of the city. Mm-hmm. They don't even know working class white folks, and so they think that bums and stuff are kind of like stray dogs and toys. Like they know it's dangerous, they know that this person's a bum, but they're like, this is like an exhibit, and I'm talking to him, and it's just like you're talking to this guy in a way that if you knew that he wanted to grab you, or if you knew that he would grab you, you would have never talked to this motherfucker like this.
No, it was like so the thing is, like, it's a problem with our mental health system. Yes, that means that these people are mentally unhealthy. That is don't discriminate, but definitely like protect yourself.
Yes.
Jesus, like
yes,
it was like we've like lost logic. We've lost logic in our empathy.
To me, it was 2 women on the train that was like, you are not protecting yourself at all. It was the one woman sitting down next to him, and then it was just, he was a weirdo, because it's sometimes like if I'm talking to you, it's just I'm a crackhead talking to you. But then as soon as and then that's when I saw it. As soon as she engaged with him, like, oh yeah, I got this going on, he got closer to her.
No, do not ever,
he slid closer to her. And then I was like, you engaged with him, and now he's like, oh shit, I got somebody. And then he literally, like, everybody, and then I'm glad everybody's got coats on. God knows what's going to happen with that guy in the summertime. He was like touching her on the side like this, and doing this, and she was talking to him for like 2. Like I got on there at Norfolk
red
Clark.
Line, blue line?
This was red line.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like, and then I said like blue line's more in control because the stewardess and shit, they know how to calm that shit down.
That's true.
Stewardess and pilots.
I mean, Redline might know, but they don't care.
No, Redline was it was extreme because this was happening from where was I at? I was like north. I think I was at the north and Clybourne all the way until
into Loyola. Yeah, because you're talking about the one from Saturday, right? Yeah,
yes.
It was like that's the full train.
He was on there until Addison though. He was on north until Addison, and it was just a lot going on. He was touching that lady, but then that lady got up and left. One guy came up, sat across. He had a tennis racket. He was just like, "Yeah, man, you got tennis, you good?" And then the guy was like, he's too friendly too. Oh yeah, I'm good. You know, he was like, I think I'm pretty good. I'm not that good. And then the guy got real loud and aggressive. He was like, don't ever tell nobody you're not that good. Say you're the best.
Yeah. No, it was like
he was talking like that to him, and I was
yeah. It was like, I mean, I do. So like, I have this thing like how like some girls got like Rustin bitch face. I got like Rustin crazy face. I will not engage, but like they will they will find me, they will see me, and just like tell me their life story, like
I literally you ever been around where somebody's like looking for eye contact? They just need eye contact, and then they're gonna go. And I was like, you can't even just you don't want to feel like a punk or nothing, but it's like I don't want to make eye contact with this crackhead with nothing to lose. This guy ain't got nothing to lose.
It's just the word like.
And then they be having crazy energy. I literally did my maces in my bag. I was like, I had my mace ready.
I have a shank in my bag.
Okay, yeah, it was
It looks like a puppy.
A shank. You need some good mace just to make a motherfucker.
Yeah, no, I had to take it off of my chain whenever I went to the airport. How did my shank get through? God, TSA slacking.
No, they're there. Or
I'll take my wine key, but not my fucking shank.
Wait until that new shit. When I was in Destin and when I flew out of Destin, they got some new computerized shit. Where you know how like they make you take your electronics out.
Yeah.
I started to do that there. They were like, don't do that. Don't do that. They were yelling. They were like, don't take nothing out of your bag. They were like, we got this new shit. We can see everything. And then it's like, they literally can see your whole thing. And then like how we're on a cell phone, pinch and zoom on a certain section and like look into things. They said if you got like something wrapped in a sock or something, they can pinch into that and see inside the sock.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, they're not doing that here in Chicago yet for sure.
No, it was very weird because then I was making jokes. I was like, "How do y'all not have?"
Every airport is fucking different. Like, and they act like you're a fucking idiot. You're like, "This is my 4th airport today."
Yeah, no, and it was Midway is different from O'Hare, and then like that
you
Destin
start to take
airport.
Off your shoes somewhere, and they're like, "Why are you doing take off your shoes?" You don't take off your shoes. Take off your shoes.
Destin was way more technologically advanced. But then my thing, I'm always thinking.
Well, everybody there's got guns.
You're taking words. Okay, you're intelligent.
Did
you're
I
intelligent.
You?
You're intelligent. No, and then you know about the area. But then it's like I think because it's a military type town, and then it could be people who they carry guns so much. Sometimes they're just very like I don't know. And then you got some bullets in your jacket.
Wine keys, like me and my wine keys. You know, you're just like you're not even thinking about it. And like
and then I got 2 janky wine keys in my bag. And then you go somewhere where they're like, oh, you can't have this, and I'm like, these are just my 2 extra wine keys that I always need.
Oh my gosh. And the thing is, like, usually I think I got them all, and then they're like rip my fucking bag apart, and I'm like, how did it get in there?
Yeah.
Like, ooh, that'd be a really petty way for like to fuck with an ex, is just to like get in their luggage and like, you know how you can like unzip the like cloth part, just like put a knife in there, leave it there.
Yeah.
Like, and then like 6 months later, whenever they're going on a trip.
Yeah, it's just something weird. Yeah, it was like that bridesmaid's joke where she was like, yeah, they're going to tear his ass up. With Jenny McCarthy at the end, she did something to somebody. She was like, I put cocaine or I put something in his bag. Yeah, and she was like, you're going to tear his ass. TSA is going to tear his ass up. That was like her joke. And I was going to say, long story short, the methed out guy or whatever started talking to this one woman who was standing. She was super duper friendly with them. And it was just like, they're friendly. Like, how are you friendly with a guy? And then he started touching her. He started doing that to her. And then it was like 2 teenage boys. They were like college age boys. They came up. They were like good Samaritans, and they kind of walked up. And then he walked over to them, and then they were like right above me. And then that's when I had like my hand on my mace.
Yeah.
And then he started touching them. He touched them, but he was touching them a little bit more aggressive. And then by that time, it was the Addison stop. And he was just like, out thinking out loud, he was like, I'm going to get off on this one. And then I was just like, thank God.
Yeah, it was like that's the thing is like oh no, it like he might just be autistic. I was like, so no, like that but
no,
he's not taking boundaries or social cues. And
no, not at all. And then the way you can, and then like women can tell too, like how you said some of these comedians are thirsty. You could tell like, oh, this dude don't even talk to a lot of women a lot. Oh shit.
Yeah, no, it's the thing is like he's not saying anything rude or being really forthcoming. So I'm not going to be rude in part, but I can tell.
But it was like, this person's too happy right now. They just, I made eye contact with them and they jumped.
Yeah. It's honestly is like, I've been burnt before by people just like offering something that, because I'm a person who will do shit like that. And I'm like, oh yeah, here you go. Yeah, no. Oh, do you need this? Da-da. And it's just, in my mind, makes everything a little bit easier for everybody.
Yeah.
But I can't take things from anybody because I've learned there's no such thing as a free lunch. Like, no matter how like innocuous, is that the right word? How small and inconsequential it might seem.
Yeah. No, I'm torn in between that because I've given away stuff where I'm just like, don't talk shit about me when I've looked out for you or done stuff. Like, it's comedians that's talk shit about me that's been in my car and I've given rides home on snowy nights.
Yeah. So like things like that, so it's like my thing is like, I'm not going to talk shit about a person. Like I said, like I even me talking about this, like you don't even know who I'm talking about, Yeah. But it's just the fact that like I always have that in the back of my head is like, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm just like, you got in my car. You were like, I need a ride home. But can I have a ride home? And then I'm giving a motherfucker a ride home that's with people talking shit about me and stuff the next week. And I'm like, you've been in my ride. You've been in my car. I could
drop his ass off at the ER.
Yeah, and I was just like, no, you needed help. I've given people rides. That's what I was just like on stage. I was like, it's people talking shit about me and they've been inside my car. Just know if I don't like you, I'm not about to get in your car and smoke your weed. I've done drugs with some of you that talk shit about me.
Yeah.
Like, y'all are
oh my God.
Some ungrateful motherfuckers. That's some ungratefulness. That's some shady, ungrateful, let me get in here and see what I can take and then just talk shit about what you saw. I like talking shit about people from afar. I don't need to know your personal shit.
Yeah, no.
I don't need to pretend to be your friend.
I was like my little Mississippi upbringing, I was trained in the art of passive aggression. So it's like I had to be really nice to somebody and just fuck with their head. Like, I just love how you have that like messy hair look. It's so natural and just so free. And I don't think I'd ever be brave enough.
Yeah. See, yeah, some women get that. Sometimes I don't know. You got to be more direct with some people, with some folks, especially up here.
Oh no, yeah, that's definitely like a woman thing.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, oh my God, the amount of like dude customers at my bar. Oh my God, one time, this dude drunk as fuck comes in. I end up cutting him off. He's with a friend who's sober. Sober dude goes to the bathroom, and it's Michael Jackson. And I forgot he did that. And now a drunk guy's by himself. He asked for another shot. I was like, sir, I'm not going to get you another shot. I'm pretty sure that guy is your handler right now, so not going to do it.
Yeah.
Starts trying to hand his card back to me. He's like, look, he's not my father. And then I just start singing George Michael's like, but I can be your father figure. And got his hand and put his card in there. Put your tiny hand in mine. And he thought it was hilarious. Fast forward like 15 minutes later, I'm at the well. I'm making some fucking martini or something. And he comes up, he's like, hey. I was like, my friend, you were still not getting a shot.
Yeah.
He's like, no, but can I have your number? I was like, no, dude. And he goes, please? And I like made eye contact with a regular. I was like, oh my God. Okay, sure. Get your phone out. I was like, are you ready? He's like, I was like, okay, it's 773-86-753-09. You got that? You got it. Okay. And then he went away, and they're like, I can't believe that you just gave him your number. I was like, bitch, I just gave him 8675309.
Yeah, that one, or I was, no, I was like, okay, I know it's that one.
No, you just say it in a different cadence and it doesn't register with anybody until like, because he showed it off to his sober friend.
Yeah.
And the sober friend could see immediately that it's at 8675309. Yeah. And then he just like, the sober friend looks back at me and like gives me a thumbs up.
Yeah, that or I don't know. It's just people don't even play those games. I've always heard no. In Metro Detroit, it was a thing where they had this fake number, and I thought it was kind of funny.
Oh, they've got those in a lot of places, like the rejection hotlines and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it was kind of like the it would kind of be obnoxious with it and shit like that. It was like, oh yeah, no, nobody likes you, that type of shit. It was just like, all right, this is kind of mean at the same time.
There should be one where it just rickrolls you.
It just what?
Never gonna give you up.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah, see, that's a little bit better than somebody being disrespectful and being mean and all that kind of shit. But yeah,
no, I guess like for me, is like this is like a fancier restaurant, so I can't be like disrespectful. And I also is like I want to de-escalate any situation. I don't want him, because the fact that whenever he's like, "Can I get your number?" No, please. I was okay.
Yeah, because
so here's the thing: he's gonna leave happy, thinking he got my digits. Never going to remember it because he's fucking blackout drunk. So he's not going to cause a problem. His friend's able to carry him out, and I will never have to deal with it.
No, yeah, unless hopefully he just doesn't come back and he's just expecting like, hey, you gave me a fake number.
No, it's tourist.
Okay, all right. See, this you gotta, because when it's a regular, and then they can get weird.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, no, it's just some people just need to hear no, and then you need to know who you're dealing with when they don't take the no. Because I had a girl situation this last summer where it's like, damn, you really not taking the no? And it's just like, this is startling. Like, this is disturbing. And then I'm not one of those dudes to be calling people crazy or like who to stay away from. But it's like, somebody's really not going to take this no.
Yeah, no.
You got to stay away from.
If somebody doesn't take a no, male or female, that means they are too insecure to be dealt with.
Yeah, to me, it's
unless you're gonna fucking adopt them.
Yeah, and then like I don't even like trying to say this. I'm not putting women on a pedestal or nothing, but
like all of us human beings are fucking nuts. Like,
but then I always joke. I'm like, am I your option to stalk like this? Like, you don't got better people to fuck with? Like, it's not. And I think I'm cool and shit, but it's like you really
kind to me, sir.
Yeah, and she's like a pretty girl and like lives in the Gold Coast and all that kind of shit. But it was like you were really like pressing me.
You should.
Like, you don't got nobody else to press.
Do you have like some sort of like inheritance as like pinched on like a marriage date or something? Because like we might be able to work something out.
Yeah, no, it's just very aggressive just to not do anything, or it's just like, yo, you got to take this. No, I don't want to talk to you.
I think with some people too, like hearing a no sounds like a challenge.
Yeah, I don't know what it is to me. It was disturbing because it was just like, this is the type of person that,
or an insult that she was like, I can't believe that I'm being let go. No, I will prove to him that I am worthy by showing him how much I love him with my tears.
Yeah, no. She cried at a bar down the street, and it kind of made me look bad. I was like, I can usually come in here with no drama. This is not. They don't need this shit. I don't want to be looked at like this now. So it was, but no. Hopefully, she gets the hint and not bother me anymore. But then that was another person I was like, I might have to mace her. I don't know. Hopefully not. But
like, please don't make me have to break this open for the first time.
Yeah, not on you. I want to be somebody that's worth it because I got some good mace. That mace is good.
Make sure you're not downwind. That's one of the other reasons that I don't really.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That's why mine is good. I got the gel mace. They make a gel.
There you go.
So you know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
And it's like yellow. It's orange.
It's orange?
Yeah, it's orange and, excuse me.
Are you sure you're not from Mississippi? Orange?
That's not how they say it, orange?
That's how they say orange?
Orange. I just know it's orange, and it's fluorescent, and it stays on you for a couple days. So you get somebody in the eye, they're fucked up for at least 3 days, and you can see it. It's bright. So whoever they're around, people are going to know, like, because with regular mace, they're just like.
Seems like some, like, alien splooge.
Yeah, no, that's what it kind of looked like, but you deserve that shit. If somebody maces you, you deserve it. Like 2 years ago, I lived with, I don't know if I told you, there's a comedian who, his mom their mom owns a building, and sometimes he'll rent out rooms. And you just can't control who lives in the other rooms. So it was all good. I lived there for 2 years or a year and a half. It was all good until this person named Sean moved in. That was the most aggressive, very aggressive, mean person ever. And
really?
Then he stopped being aggressive when he actually had like a rape allegation, and this girl filed a police report on him and put a tweet out about it.
All right.
And then he stopped being so aggressive after that tweet went out.
So he was like aggressive with women, or is he just kind of like a...
No, he was aggressive all around, but then you see like, oh, he's aggressive towards women too. Like you hear him talking on the phone to this one girl, and then this other girl who said this, and then he's banned from a lot of places around town. So around in the neighborhoods, and when I worked at Tricycle, I was talking about him. And then one of the bartenders was like, I think I know him. He's banned from Debonair. And she was talking about one instance where he went into he like knows one of the DJs, but then he got in the DJ booth and he was drinking the DJ's free bottle of liquor. Like the DJ had a bottle of liquor, and he was drinking the bottle of liquor and then giving it to his friends. And then that's when the DJ was like, hey, what the fuck, bro? Like, you're up here and then you're giving my shit to people, to your people.
You're coming into my house.
Yeah, he did that, but he got maced.
In my refrigerator.
What was this? 2021. He was maced outside of Debonair, and he was laying low that week. And then I just remember like him being like, just real groggy. And then when he came out, he kept his head down.
I know who you're talking about. He was, he got doxxed all over the Chicago service industry Facebook page.
Maybe his name's Sean Cordell.
I just like, now that you were saying that, like I remember seeing pictures like.
And then I don't like when people introduce themselves as an alias and he was like, call me Cardi. I'm like, no, we live together. We share a bathroom. Like, what the fuck is your real name?
I have to give you your mail.
Cardi. Yeah. And then it's just like, then if I got to call the police on you, I'm talking about Cardi. No, I need to tell them it's Sean Cordell. Yeah. Like, it's not. No. But yeah, he kept his head down, and I didn't know why, and I was just like, hopefully this motherfucker's got some kind of disease that can kill him. But then I found out he got maced, and it just comes back to like, if somebody maces you, you're being real aggressive. Like it's a scene that was building.
Yeah. See, the thing is like that kind of guy who like can't maintain relationships, can't be present in public with people, is constantly alienating himself and drinking himself and doing all that kind of stuff, might just end up homeless. That might be the same guy. You're like, oh, that poor man.
Yeah. No,
like there's lots of reasons that this shit happens. And I mean, yes, show empathy to people, but also be smart.
He got into our apartment kind of shade style too, where it was like, because it was bad. I was like, we got to have a meeting with the landlord's son, the comedian, became friends with them. And so that's the one where it was just like, this is bad. They were talking shit about me in the alley one day. And then one time when he came upstairs, he was just like, the comedian was like, yeah, man, I'm sick of this shit. You know how like when it's a parent taking favoritism?
Yeah.
When it's like, they don't want to talk shit to the other person. So they're like, I'm sick of all of this.
Yeah.
And it's like, when it's you and only you. But then when it's that motherfucker, it's all of this is bad. I'm stressed out. Oh, my grandma's sick. I got so much on my plate. He turned into that. He was like, oh, I'm sick of all of this. And then the Sean dude was like, yeah, man, he was like, I'm the cooler black guy, ain't I? Didn't you wish you met me instead of him? And then they shook hands about it. He was like, yeah. And it was like, this is terrible. And then it's just weird to people who stick up for people like that. So like he stuck up for him and shit.
He might have done it out of like that whole thing of like always befriend the biggest dog in the yard kind of situation.
Ooh, that's a good way of saying it. There's another way that I heard it for another analogy, because it was basically like some people like a brute. But it was more racial and stuff. Cause I was like, you didn't know that this guy was bad. Like he got in the apartment. His mom, I was like, can you please come up here and talk to him? The comedian gave the guy a warning that his mom was coming to the apartment. So he mysteriously was gone when his mom came, the landlord came. But then the landlord was like, yeah, he's real aggressive. She was like, the way he got in the apartment, someone gave me a different name and then he showed up. But then like they wanted to rent out the apartment and he was just charming then. And so they let him stay there because you're renting a room and it's kind of month to month situation. But he totally got in there with a catfish, like told some girl like, hey, give her this name. She's Spanish. She's renting the shit out. And then I'm going to show up and then just see if I can get in there. And then he got in there and then just started acting a fool after 2 weeks. He was like nice after a week or two. But then after that, he was just real aggressive, yelling and fighting.
Stop doing favors, man.
Yeah, no.
Anytime somebody's like, "Can you just go pick that thing up? Can you hold on to this for me? Hey, can you make this phone call?" Like, no.
Yeah, for some people it is, but it was like that guy was just too. He did this one thing, and this was like he did a lot of things that was disturbing, but this was the funny thing that he did that was disturbing. We don't got to talk about it the whole time.
No, it's fine. I saw Sparkly.
Oh yeah, they're still showing the Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
one. He's kissing a little baby. Okay. Oh wow, he had to do the most.
Both just turn around for that. Look at how many children are around him.
Yeah, they did the most for this. This was just like the Super Bowl will never be boring ever again.
There's a different Super Bowl kid in his arms now. He's just like swapping them out.
Well, I would say this quick story too. A lot of people were talking. They did this after because the Super Bowl used to suck, and I guess In Living Color did a halftime show.
Fake halftime, well, not a fake, but like they did their own thing, and they're like this can work.
Yeah, and then they got like 20 million viewers, which was like 11%. And then they said
here's Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, J-Lo again. But then they said they retained a lot of that viewership. They were like a lot of other people just didn't watch the second half. They just kind of stayed on Fox.
Yeah.
And so I think that's funny too. But this guy moved in crazy MFer. We shared this, like our situation in the back. It's a lot next door. It's like a half a lot. And so the neighbors who are kind of behind there parking there, it's not assigned to anyone, but we just park there. It's a situation where you could get blocked in, but hopefully someone in the house blocks you in. You could just knock on their door and call
like
them.
we're all neighbors here kind of thing.
Yes. And so, one day the comedian parked one day the people behind us, they had like an SUV. Sometimes they would try to take over the lot. Sometimes they were cordial. They parked their car, and then the landlord's son parked his car behind them. And so it was early in the morning. They had to go to work. And so obviously they're not cordial. So they're banging on the door.
Yeah.
It's 9:00. They're banging. And then, and they're screaming. And then, the crazy guy runs down there, and then I can see what's going on. I'm just like, oh, okay, Tito's got them blocked in and some shit like that. So it was like, Sean runs down there and starts arguing with the people. They're just like, hey, you got us blocked in. Whose car is that? And then he's just like, it don't matter whose car it is. Fuck you. This ain't shit. He's going back and forth with these people. Look, they were going back.
He's just like looking for a fight. Like,
look, yeah, but
no
this
words.
You're right on a lot of pages with me. Okay, so look, he's fighting with them so long. They exchange information and say they're gonna meet. He was like, I gotta go to work. I can't do this shit anymore much longer. He was, when I come back, we're gonna talk. He was like, well, fuck you. Let's talk. They exchanged information. They were gonna meet again. The guy left.
Why did this just go from like an alleyway fight to like a duel?
No, it was like because they were just like because then he was like tearing into him. He was like, y'all are always fucking with this lot. Y'all are doing this. Sean's saying this to the people who live around the corner. Y'all do this. Y'all do that. Y'all are bogus with y'all cars. Y'all be blocking people in. And then Sean left, and I was talking to the landlord's son, and then I was like, what car does Sean have?
None.
He said Sean don't have a car.
Yeah.
And then that was the only time the landlord's son was like, that's the only time where he was like, yeah, man, he's kind of weird. He just wanted to fight just to fight.
Yeah.
That's the only time where he was honest about that shit.
I know the type immediately. Like
the way he went down. And those people blocked me in one time too. They blocked me in a couple times. I don't trip. I just kind of get my car out or I'll wait. But the way he was fighting them, and then you thought the way it was sounding like it could have got physical. They were in each other's faces.
Got like a pregnant wife in here has got to get to the hospital or some shit. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but it was like he was doing all that fighting, and then I was just like, hey, bro, what kind of car? Because I was like still trying to see what type of dude he is. I was like, what car does he have? Because I know he's got a job. He leaves out the front. And then he was like, he don't have no car, man. He just wanted to fight.
Yeah.
They were fighting, yelling at each other for like 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
With basically he had no dog in the fight. What's the purpose of even doing that?
He needs a fight club.
Yeah, no, this motherfucker's crazy. And it's just it was insane. That's why I was just like, this was the worst period ever. I really need to do some kind of skit about it. But it kind of derailed my comedy for a minute, because it was like I would have people over, and then I can't.
I had a roommate like that actually in this neighborhood. Whenever I lived down the street, I moved here with it was another comedian from Atlanta. She'd moved here a year prior, and she and I had done stuff together in Atlanta. Whenever I was moving here, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna live with her. A lot of people in Atlanta were like, oh, are you sure she a little off? She a little crazy. I was like, have you met any other person that is around me? They are all insane.
Yeah.
Like, I had to douse my boss last night because he set himself on fire. Like, there's crazy people around me all the time. So whenever I first got here, like, we were both doing the Second City thing, and we were also like hitting open mics, and everything was really good until like suddenly like all of her friend group started alienating her, and then she would just tell me the things they were doing. And my whole thing is like, whenever people tell me what happened when I don't know, I will listen, but I can't make a judgment, because I don't trust anything that anybody says. So I'm like, okay. And I immediately start like trying to get in the head of this other person. Like, they wouldn't just do that for no reason. There's something else I'm missing. Like that, there's a puzzle piece here.
Yeah.
And then suddenly I'm the only, like a year later, I'm like her only remaining like human left. And it becomes a lot, I'm just like, because also like she's kind of aggressive and really codependent, and I got a lot of shit going on. And have a life, and also it's kind of scary. But I suggested, I was like, why don't you speak to best friend A? Like, because from whenever I spoke with her, I think that there's a way to make reconciliation. This bitch drew a butcher knife at me. Didn't try to stab me, but like what do you call it? What's that movie?
Psycho with
like Psycho.
Like that type of thing.
Yeah, but just like doing like this, and then she like turned it around and just started stabbing the cutting board on the table.
Yeah, see, that's Bad News Bears.
And I was just like, where did my thing is like, where did this come from? Like, all I told you is that maybe you have misjudged a situation and you need to reevaluate and have a conversation. And I've been, the whole time, I was trying to keep my therapist voice on,
Yeah.
Which is becoming steadily harder, but also like de-escalation.
Yeah.
So yeah. That also like that kind of killed the comedy scene for me for a little while too. It was just like, it wasn't just her, but like the alienation that all of the bridges she burned.
Yeah, and then y'all are kind of in the same
like,
scene, so then you're associated with her because it's
not directly, but like enough that like it made me kind of uncomfortable. And also is like in a way that like, so whenever I moved out of that place and we were both still living in the city, like I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to accidentally run into this bitch. Like,
yeah, no, I definitely know how that is. It's just I'm glad the people I hate are banned or whatever.
Yeah.
But when my man's first moved in, I was making a lot of TikToks because I still want to make my TikTok. My thing was record a bunch of videos. Like all the successful people, like they're like, hey, I just do a day. I just record maybe 5 videos on a day and then release one every day.
Make a schedule. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was doing that. He moved in, and then the 2 weeks when he was starting to get weird, he was like, yeah, you ain't gonna never be famous at this. You should just get a real job. Stop doing any of this shit. And I was like, where in the fuck did any of that come from? Like, what is that?
From inside his mind to himself. Like, that is so much projection. It's the same kind of projection as whenever he ran after those people yelling about the car.
Yeah, I was like, this motherfucker's weird.
He was looking for a fight.
Yeah, trying to start some kind of fight, and then I'm supposed to be like, I am going to be famous. I'm going to be the best ever.
That's the reason he's always so aggressive. He is just like like, God, he probably just needs a big old dick in his butt.
Yeah, something like that. He needs something. One time he was yelling at his quote unquote girlfriend. He literally threatened to get into the fight with. He was like, I'm sick of all this shit. He didn't say he wanted to commit suicide. He said if somebody starts something with him, or if he's around a cop that starts something with him, he doesn't know what he'll do. He was screaming that on the phone one day. But it was funny that he was screaming it.
Wild card.
It was when I was going to brunch. I worked at brunch. And so I got to be there at like 10. So it's like 8:30ish.
Yeah.
And I'm getting ready for brunch. And then he's coming into the house on the phone, screaming at the top of his lungs. And so I was like, oh, okay, you've been up all night screaming at this girl. Cause it's 8:00. So I know you didn't wake up like, bitch, like it was, you've been up.
God, isn't it crazy that like human beings like that, like that other human beings are like, that's my baby. Like,
yeah, or I know they were still hanging out or whatever, but he was like, yeah, I'll call the police. I don't give a fuck. And I was like, that's the craziest shit I ever heard in my life. And then I was on the other side, like smoking the joint, like, shit, exactly. Don't start up with me. I got shit. I'm literally about to go to tricycle, about to go to work. Like, yeah, it was, living in that house was cool because my rent was so cheap and I was going to all the mics, and then it was like a cool, space, because then you know, like, even though we didn't do comedy stuff all the time, but it was like a couple times to write and get together and just say some ideas. Like, that's cool, being the only, because it just sucks being the only person that's doing comedy.
Yeah, no, that's like the past couple of weeks have been really great, just like kind of reconnecting with people and like, you know, finding all the really great people like you, Mr. DJ Slider, coming out the woodworks.
Yeah, no, it's just funny. We already knew each other, besides we knew each other when we weren't at our regular day jobs, just talking about doing comedy.
Yeah.
Then we would come in from the day jobs like, yeah, I did this, and you'd be like, yeah, I did this, and I got this going on. And I was like, oh, okay. We just never intertwined, and now we are, because we're on the scene. The one thing I got to get my own show so I can host more.
That was, you know what, like, that's one of the things that I've been like looking at too, that because I've been to a couple mics, and you can tell immediately, like, oh my God, I've seen some really great hosts. They just like bring up energy. They can be like personable with the audience and with the comic that's coming up and going out, and just keeping the energy going. And I've been to other mics where it's like, my life sucks.
Yeah, and that shit's annoying. And it's just like, do you want to do comedy? Like, what did you do this for? Like, what do you?
Like you're in a bar with alcohol and people trying to make you laugh, and you're treating it like you're a janitor in an IT lab. Like,
yeah, and it's like, oh yeah, here we go.
You know what? Depression's a real thing, but also, so is recasting. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's a little bit. No, you just need your own thing, and then like I was saying, just to have a North Side Chicago, these places get weird. They get white guy orientated weird.
Yeah, well, that's it's because like some people think that stand up is therapy, and they're like, "Ha! I finally have the uninterrupted attention of other people."
No, I'm trying to find a funny way to say, but I notice how a lot of them go to Texas, Austin, and then come right back.
Oh, they're trying to do the Kill Tony and come back.
Yeah, that, or like but they try to make it.
They try to make it.
Yeah, and it's I feel like they just can't make, because this is like a weird spot. It's a weird blue bubble where you can act like an ally and not be an ally.
Yeah.
But then when you go to any other place, you just come with it. You're not pretending to be shit here.
Yeah.
You know, and they're just like, oh shit, no, I'm up there pretending to not like black people, but I don't. And and then it's like, no, you're down here in Texas where you could just say it. And then it's like, oh shit, I can't. I like to like pretend to be around black people so I can just like be in the circles and stuff. And they're just like, no, you can hear it in some of the
jokes, like it is not just like some like fried chicken watermelon kind of stuff. It's like some like personality shit. You're like,
yeah, you can. Yeah, I feel like they go down there and it's like a shock, and they're just like, nah, I can't make it down here. I'm not gonna stand out with this bullshit, because some of this shit is some non-funny shit, and it's not going to stand out down here.
Yeah.
So that's I don't know, I'm talking trash, but I really think when I go down there, I'm going to stand out. I'm going to stand out when I go to Tennessee and Austin and stuff.
All right? Yeah, you will. You will.
Yeah, people are gonna remember me. And sometimes you gotta
just
go.
Make sure you don't wear a hoodie.
Yeah, or hoodie. I don't even wear hoodies anyway. This is the closest thing I wear.
I was about to say I don't think you own a hoodie, and then I just noticed that maybe you wear now, but it's like no, it's just a fashionable neck cowl.
Yeah, some kind of. I don't even know what this is because it's like it's not a shawl. It's like I don't know what the fuck this is.
It looks like if Game of Thrones designed like American Eagle.
Yeah, it does kind of look like that. It looks very.
It looks good. It looks good.
It looks very Chadish though.
Not on you. Not like you look like. You look like that knight who would be in front of like the important like lord.
No, okay. Or I'm watching his back or something.
Yeah, and like who is like the most upstanding and who would die first.
Oh yeah, I'm
really all mourn your loss until the next episode.
I'm really for the cause and some shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, or like do you watch House of the Dragon?
Yeah, I did.
Like what's the knight that the girl was dating at first?
Oh, the dark haired dude.
Yeah, he just takes shit too seriously.
Yeah.
He already killed the guy at the table.
Yeah, he is just like that. He is an ancient incel.
Yeah.
He's from the House of Insularian.
Yeah, he was doing too much. He was doing.
I will do anything for you. Actually, I don't want to get married. I'm gonna go away now. I will kill you.
Yeah, and it was just like, no, you're supposed to just be like, oh, those are your wishes. But yeah, it was. I didn't like. I guess in the, not even the books, but she I guess they show more that they felt like the people of the region felt disrespectful, like they felt disrespected, like the Baratheon people. Remember she was talking to those people when the fight broke out where the little kid had to slice the guy?
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, I got land and stuff. And she was kind of like laughing. I guess all those people felt disrespected. They never really showed like, they was like, we all don't like you, bitch. But they only showed it with the Baratheon people like, nah. And then, when her son got killed at the end. And then they didn't really show how the big dragon ate him. It was going to be like
it was just some clouds.
That
was like some Disney death right there.
Yeah, they didn't really show it, but I guess they're supposed to show how massive he is. And when he was like, "Hey, obey me, listen to me," they didn't really show like. I guess that that dragon was like, "I'm just gonna eat this person. I don't give a fuck what he's saying." So it was just like we already chasing him. No, that wasn't. I don't know. I like that show, but that was a show. Kind of going full circle. I had to give that 2 chances because at first I was like, I'm not with this, and I had to really watch a interesting episode, and I was like, and it wasn't like in chronological order. It was just an episode I liked, and I was like, oh, okay, I can do this, and maybe that's how I feel about Attack on Titan, or because you said you watched it all except for the last 2 episodes.
I watched it all, but no, it's good. It's absolutely worth the watch. There are many really good things to watch, though. I would suggest, like, oh god, what kind of animes do you like?
See,
you like that ha cha cha like fight 'em stuff. You like more.
I'm still trying to decide because it's like I'll kind of watch anything. Certain animation styles kind of turn me off, but like I'll watch some stuff, especially if it's like futuristic. I'll watch it. It's kind of like I'll give anything a chance. I'm willing to give Attack on Titan a chance. I just need to see one episode that I like. But I watched the synopsis and it was like I'm all like the shit comes out of people's spine and all that stuff. It gives them power and it was a whole bunch of giants in the walls, some walls or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you could tell, like, I read it.
They're
aren't they on jetpacks? That's a
yeah, kind of, yeah,
little
steam packs.
Yeah, so I've seen that. Or
the thing with the show is like the longer it goes on, like the more intrigue is introduced. Where it's one of those that, like,
Oh, I will say, and then it's okay. You're a girl here too. Some things I don't want to.
Wait, are you gendering me?
I guess so. But I was gonna say.
I go by we and us.
Oh shit! All right, we and us.
No, I'm a she.
Okay, no, that's a good. It's some stuff where like I don't want to get into something that's weird as hell, and then somebody's like, "Do you watch this?" And I'm just like, "Oh shit,
no.
This is kind of crazy."
Where's my phone? Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, I got a little skirt on my shoes.
Yeah, or just like she's just, or like you watch an episode with somebody and it was just like, this is a crazy fucking episode. You know, like sometimes you got to know what episode you're watching,
so
and then
like there's some things that I'm just like, oh, this is so good, and then we start watching it, and it is just the most unhinged looking shit. I'm just like,
get past this.
I swear,
get past this.
God.
Yes, this is it's a lot of assaults in this episode, but get past these assaults, and then it's gonna be fighting after this is gonna be good, and it's just like no.
All right, do you have Crunchyroll, or are you looking on Netflix?
I'll look at it on Netflix, but I have ways of just kind of getting anything.
Ooh, he's fancy. Let's see my list.
I hate to declare that I'm a pirate, but I do use a lot of Linux, so I'm just getting that.
Well, the artists aren't getting paid anyway, not correctly. I'm like trying to just like scroll through here.
What are you gonna get at, like an anime that's like?
I'm trying to give you a couple of options. Jujutsu Kaisen is amazing. It's winning a lot of awards. It's got a really great story. Really
is this
great
a movie? I kind of want to
movie.
Yeah, or Oh, so you know about so you watch a lot of anime then, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. All right. No, that's awesome.
I'm going through some of my lists right now.
Okay, I want to watch a movie where I can like get the story and be one and done. Have you ever seen Ninja Scrolls?
No, I have not seen Ninja Scrolls.
That was playing at a bar we were at the other day. It's just that one can get a little suggestive where I'm just like, should y'all be playing this shit here? Because this is about to get.
I'm gonna tell you right now, like most of the shit that I watch is like it's one of those like. I don't watch a lot of it on the train. There's like, I mean, it's like TV 14.
Yeah.
But there's just enough like fan service that if somebody looked over at the right point, you'd be like, oh, God damn it.
Yeah. No, it's
Of course, they had like the one panty shot of the season, right? Whenever Grandma had to cough. Like,
yeah. No, that or just you don't want to see anybody get assaulted, like the Ninja Scrolls shit, where like this big guy had this girl, and then he took the girl back to his lair, and a lot of times you're just like somebody needs to save her.
Hentai you're talking about, or is it just like
no? It was like a legit. You know how you can tell from the animation, like, oh, this was done in the 80s. Just by the shadowing and stuff. Yeah. So like, oh, this is some 80s shit. But it was like, I was like, somebody needs to save this girl, or they need to turn this off in that bar. But then it was like somebody from her clan came and threw some ninja stars at the guy, and I think they absorbed in his face, but he fought him off enough to get her and save her from him, because it was about to get bad.
Was this Sailor Moon? It kind of sounds like Sailor Moon.
No, I was just like, what movie is this? Like, I was like, this is a movie. Maybe I'll watch this at home, but not at a bar when I'm trying to like dance and get my gyrate on. And
yeah, right. It's like you always show up at places playing some weird movies.
Yeah, they're playing some. Yeah, but I still give late bar. I'll still give them the BOD, the benefit of the doubt.
The BOD.
Yeah, I used to call that
We are introducing far too many acronyms.
Yeah, I used to say that in high school all the time. You give me the BOD, give me the benefit of the doubt.
You were just hoping that they would misunderstand you. So I talked about this earlier. This isn't a one and done, but it's not super long, and it is beautiful and very super worth it. Blue Eye Samurai. It's on Netflix.
Oh yeah. Okay, I gotta watch that one.
Yeah. No, I'll just start you there.
Yeah, that one, and then I guess that but the Godzilla one is a series. It's not done yet, but. You know, I guess have you watched that Godzilla stuff?
I just like, I don't know. I'm just not into, I don't know, like.
They play it at my job. I know the one thing, it's like other monsters coming out of the earth.
I'm not really into like the mecha stuff or the, oh God, what's the fucking Japanese word for giant ass things?
I know what you mean though.
Yeah.
Just big monsters coming in and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, I like my my antagonists to be able to look me in the eye when they choke me.
At my job they were playing let me get it. It was some cartoon about the French Revolution, and it made me want to watch it just because you hear about all the conspiracies and all that stuff about the French Revolution, and
I'm sure you have, Mr. Conspiracy Theorist.
Oh yeah, I mean but it was but I know like from what's not a conspiracy, the what was it? He was the king of France. He burned some Knights of the Templar people. They said he owed them money or something like that. And so he put them on trial, and they either gave up secrets or he was burning them by the stake. And so it was obviously those people have some kind of beef about it. And then they're just like, yo, this is something that we'll never, ever forget or, forget that you did.
Okay.
And, damn it, I wish I was talking. But they, and so basically it's supposed to be two different factions of masonry that don't get along. It's supposed to be like French masonry versus another kind.
Okay, so we're talking about the show now and not conspiracy theories.
Oh no, I mean, okay, well then, all right, well then I don't want to get into that. It was just so just not the so just what's going on is just they burned those Knights of Templar people and got some secrets and all that stuff. And then that show it looked like it took place during that time. But obviously the sound was off. It's at work. I'm serving tables. I'm giving people old fashions and Manhattans. Yeah, you just look at it and you see people getting burnt and stuff, and then there are people running and they got superpowers. And I'm like, oh, this is about the French Revolution. Oh shit, what exactly are they saying? And then they're probably putting some mysticism in the part where like, oh shit, this is what people say as a conspiracy theory, and then they're just like, oh yeah, but we got powers.
Oh, wait, I do know what show you're talking about. I do know, and I cannot think of the name. Yes, I've watched a little bit of this. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I was like, this looks interesting. Like, I would rewatch this.
Oh, God. If I were to see the thumbnail of the thing, I'd feel stupid again.
But. And it's got a very distinct artist type anyway. Yeah. Oh, shit. Yep, here it is. This right here.
Castlevania?
No, did it say Castlevania?
The middle one?
No, it was
I'm blind.
Castlevania's
really good
no,
too.
it's not that one. It's not that one. It was like a newer one. Lady Oscar. Yeah. No, I've seen like little bits and pieces of that, but yeah. So like that's some old school stuff. Like honestly, I think it's this one right here. That one was on in the background, and I was like,
I don't know that. Le Chevalier d'Éon.
Yeah, and I was like, this one's got a lot of action in it, but they were like superpower stuff going on.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that looks really right up my fucking alley.
Okay. Well, it is something about certain animation styles where you're just like, I want to watch that.
Yeah, let me tell you. Hey, everybody, welcome to this podcast where
we're just trading anime stuff. We're like,
wow, that looks really cool. Can you guys see it?
Yeah, no, we just describe it, or we say the name of the show, and then it's people who've seen it before to be like, oh, okay, I know what they're talking about.
And they're going to be like, it's fucking trash. It's mid. Fucking mid. Let's see. Okay. If you like that old style. Ooh, oh my God. Oh my God, why can't I think of... I'm going to hate myself. Pachita is the dog. Chainsaw Man. You need to watch Chainsaw Man.
I think I've heard some people talk about that. He's a man, he's a chainsaw.
Yep, he's a man, he's a chainsaw. That's all you got to know. It's so good.
Does he have chainsaw as an arm or as a hand?
As a head as well.
Okay, and he's talking?
Yeah, because it's like, oh gosh. I show you a picture. It's really horrifying. Actually, you know what? I was doing cosplay at a convention. I was one of the characters from Spy Family, which is also another great one. It's like this fake Cold War place. Is like kind of Germanish. I think it's called like Berlish or something. And the whole story is that there's a spy and he has to go undercover to have a family. And he adopts this little girl. And turns out this little girl, she's like 6 years old, she can read minds. And then they need to infiltrate this school for her to befriend the son of this fascist leader. And they can't get into the school unless she has a mom. So he finds this lady to fake be his wife, and it turns out that she's an assassin for the opposite side, and she doesn't know he's a spy. He doesn't know she's an assassin. The 6-year-old knows everything, but is just trying to make them all happy, and it is so heartwarming and hilarious and intricately told and kind of gory. Like it gets kind of dark. It's fantastic. And also just like, it's one of the, it's not a movie, it's a series, but it's not super far along. And it's just a joy to watch.
Okay. All right.
A joy to watch, I say.
No, I'm definitely going to remember to text you. So it was, I think they were watching Castlevania because I remember that character.
Yeah, that was Castlevania.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that girl. But I was like, what's the French Revolution happening? It was like people being burnt and stuff. I was like, all right, I wonder what are they talking about?
Yeah.
What are they saying?
Like, so with Castlevania, it's basically, I want to say this without doing any spoilers.
No, I don't care about spoilers because I'll end up knowing me. I'll end up watching the whole watching the spoiler review thing so I can know what to expect.
Reverse villain origin story of Dracula.
Okay,
but with like countries and shit.
Does it start with the French Revolution or it's before that?
Before that.
Okay, yeah, because Dracula's older than that.
Yeah, no, but oh God, I haven't seen the most recent season.
It's still going right now?
Yeah, they keep it up. They're keeping it up. It's one of the really popular ones. And Spy Family, it's still going right now as well. And Chainsaw Man is still going right now. And Blue-Eyed Samurai just got accepted for a second season. I mean, like they dropped the first episode and then got okayed for a second season.
No, okay. Oh, what the first episode of what?
Blue-Eyed Samurai.
No, so it's only one episode out?
No. They've I think it's 6 episodes.
Oh, so no, they have the whole first season. It's just now it's the second season.
Yeah, no, they okayed the second season after like as soon as they dropped the first episode. They were like, oh, no, this is it.
Okay.
Did you ever see Arcane? It's not anime, but it's animated.
No.
That's man.
Arcane.
Arcane. It's based off of World of Warcraft, which I am very unfamiliar with. Had no idea, so I was flying blind whenever I was watching this. It was like it was illustrated by like this animated by this like French company, and they just gave them all of the fucking money and creative freedom, and I think it won an Oscar.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now I'm all about trying to shoot something, do something different.
Yeah, I'll give you homework.
Yeah, because I really want to make up some kind of cartoon situation where you can just kind of have these characters that are living forever and they never get old. Mm-hmm. You just got to voice them. People gravitate towards that.
That's why you got to write.
Yeah, no, I mean, I do write. I'll have a chance to write. I just want like a formula. There's a formula you got to do.
I already told you I'm a math problem, not a math solution. Oh, yeah. I found the punchline. Yeah. Oh my God, that was at the beginning of this.
Yeah, we brought it full circle.
Full circle.
Yeah. So now, do you have anything that you got to plug, or you got anything coming up or anything?
Let's see. Well, I do want to go on it and replug Chicanime. It's CHICAN anime. However the fuck you spell anime. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. But yeah, Chicanime on YouTube. Me and my lovely friend Lauren, we react to anime episodes in real time. Okay. A few of the times we make it in a drinking games and do like some interactive stuff with you guys. Get your feedback, and you might be able to win some prizes here and there. So if you want to check that out, how about it?
Yeah, no, check it out. It's always good to I would say listen to those things. I would say honestly, you mentioned incels and stuff. If you're a guy that don't talk to a lot of girls, you got to listen to women-driven podcasts.
Yeah, right. We just
to hear a woman's voice and stuff. That way, you don't seem so weird when you talk to a woman in public. Just get used to it.
Just like close your mouth when you breathe. Like it'll be better.
Yeah, like the Legion of Skanks podcast or something like that. I listened to them. It's a one called I think they stopped it. It was called like Guys That We Fucked. Because you can only do that one for so long. Have you ever listened to that one?
I have not. What was I listening to earlier? Who is this? Oh, it's Handsome with Tig Notaro.
Okay, maybe I'll give that one a shot. The guys we fucked one are they were just at a point they're from New York, and like one of them would have a guy that they slept with, and they'll have him on a podcast, but then they would kind of talk shit about him in front of him and before he came in the room and all that kind of stuff.
Hold on a second. I have seen this. I have heard this before.
Yeah, no, they were funny.
Who does that?
I forgot their names, and now I'm looking bad. But at least I remember your podcast.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, no, I am familiar with this one.
Yeah, and it was a girl. Her name was Alex. I really follow her on Instagram because I thought she was really funny. She, I think she has some kind of skank podcast, but she was the producer on Godfrey Digima's podcast.
Okay,
and so sometimes when and then I think that's a psychological thing too, when it's someone's always on the screen, but then they're just like, Alex, what's up with that? And it was like, it's this, but I think it's this. They'll say something funny. You're like, who's that person that we never see? Who's that?
Actually, so like before I started doing Chicanime, because they have some sister channels, they also do Chicago Reacts and America Learns, which those are all like, I think both of those are over 100K subscribers and stuff, bigger things. But somehow, like, my YouTube, I thought I was just, like, watching a cat video. And I watched this shit for, like, 45 seconds till I realized it was Lauren. Because I'm just, like, used to seeing her, like, in profile beside me.
Yeah.
And I was just, like, looking at, finding out cat information. And then I was like, oh shit, it's Lauren.
That's funny. Okay.
Because, you know, whenever you see somebody, like, on the screen for long enough, it becomes the same sense of like knowing that it, like you do at work or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep. Face blindness.
I
don't even know who that is.
That's Paul Wall.
Paul Wall?
Yeah. You don't remember Paul Wall?
I do not remember Paul Wall.
He was maybe the second best white rapper ever. Just he came in with around that 2006 2005 era, where all the rappers were out of Houston, so like Slim Thug, Mike Jones, everybody remembers Mike Jones.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was with Mike Jones and them.
What?
You remembered his song. He's got a song like called Tipping on 24s or something like that.
Yep.
He's very authentic to Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, very authentic to Houston. I like what he does. He's very authentic. He doesn't seem like somebody that's like pretending to be who he is to be a rapper, like some other rappers would, you know, like Vanilla Ice or something like that.
Oh man.
But no, it's
I hear he does like frat parties for like $200 a pop now.
I don't know, but I know he's got money though. He's so he may do that just to be seen again, but he's living okay. It was just the way he presented himself at first was just bad, and then like I wasn't old enough to be a part of it, but when you see it now, it's bad. He was on the Arsenio Hall show one time, and Arsenio Hall was calling him out on that. He was like, "You pretend to be like this ghetto person and stuff, and you're a regular person." And then he literally was like, "No, I'm down. I'm friends with Flavor Flav. Flavor Flav, come up here." And he literally called Flavor Flav. That's like if you called out some kind of weird white rapper, like, "Hey man, you're pretending to be from Chicago. You're really from Winnetka. Like, what's up with that?" He'd be like, "But I'm friends with Chief Keef. Chief Keef, come up here. Chief Keef, come here." It was just like Chief Keef like comes up there with the dreadlocks. He hugs him and shit. It was like, no, that ain't good enough. We gotta see what's going on.
Like, he doesn't like know you. He's just like, you. What's he gonna say? Oh,
yeah, like no, they didn't. Like, yeah, we sold crack together. This is not. This is like he's very certified. He was the only white boy on the thing that he selling crack with us. It's just so like, no.
Yeah, no, he was only there. It was like, cops come by, we just all hand it to him.
Yeah. No, at least like Kid Rock, even though Kid Rock does some shit that's not cool, but he came in the game rapping about being from the he said
he is authentically himself.
Yeah, even when he was rapping, he said fuck the radio, coming from the ROMEO. So that
I remember hearing that on 92.7.
Yeah. No. But yeah, apparently his father owned like the biggest car dealership in Michigan, and it was in Romeo, Michigan. That's where he's from.
What a legacy. So
yeah, so to me I think that's kind of weird too.
Did he run for president or something this last round?
I hope
like
not.
Briefly.
Maybe he alluded to it. I hate that shit. That's not I don't want to say conspiracy, but all that shit does is fuck up the votes.
Yeah.
Because a lot of Americans are dumb. And so when all you got to do, they can be like, well, I fussed with Kanye, so, and it's like, no, use this vote for something important. But it's like you kind of split the vote and take the vote away from somebody else important to be like, yeah, I like Kanye. And there's some people like, well, I love me some Kid Rock, and I guarantee he'll get it done before Hillary.
So like, why don't we just make, like, say, like Donald Trump, like, why can't we just like make him like a sports announcer or something?
No, I mean,
let him have all his dumb opinions and be on TV as much as he fucking wants, and everybody can hoot and holler and drink beer when they see him, and then get like a trained adult to like do the thing, because like there's other people.
Yeah, I mean, or
there's like a whole country full of them,
or just really have a real campaign where you really vote and then you go against somebody.
Yeah.
My thing is just he just can't be the most popular person in the party that stands for the party that people believe
that's
into.
Just yeah.
Even though it's
insane.
not
the thing is, like, I'm from the land of the red. Most of the people who I grew up with all the love in my heart for are Republicans, and I know that they don't think like him.
Yeah, that's
so. What is this? You know what? Nope. No. I'm not going to open that worm can.
No, yeah, no. But it was my thing is just it's just like you kind of like where's more leadership at that party? What's going on? Where's the number 2 guy?
Yeah, where's
the other guy? You can that's because like some people are about to age out, so then it's just like who's going to be the guy
that you
drop? Yeah, it's like in 10, 20, in 10 or really like the next election cycle, because if he were to get in, he can only run once. Who would be the next person after that? It'll be a fresh cycle after that.
Yeah.
Because Biden wouldn't be like, I was waiting in the mist and now I'm coming back. Like it would be like he's not gonna last another 4 years. I'm just
so amazed. It's like these two, like, I mean, gonna have to like trying to think of like I don't know.
No, but I would say the biggest sham, and this was, I loved going to school in Detroit, and then I had a teacher named Mr. Sherback, and it was during that President Bush and Al Gore election, but he was a Green Party person.
Yeah.
And so it's just, like in Detroit, and a lot of people grow up where you just got to be Democrat, or you're a bad person if you say anything else.
And see, like where I'm from is like you've got to be Republican or you don't say a word.
Yeah, at least as you don't say a word. Other black people, if you're not aligned with the other people, they're like, "What's wrong with you?" And it's just like, "Hey, you're talking to me like I can't think." And then I love Mr. Sherback was like. He was like, I'm Green Party. I'm not voting for any of them. And then like that election went to court, and he was like, yeah, my wife's like, take your sign down, but it's at court. Anybody can win now. So my sign's going to be up. And he was talking about the Green Party and stuff. And then and then he was like, yeah, this is open for everybody. Like you think
I love that. That's so optimistic.
Yeah, but it was like the way this country was set up at first.
Yeah, that's the way it was.
And there was some presidents that were part of the Whig Party and the Green Party and this party and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I should have been in Juilliard, but
yeah, but it was like you. I hate how we kind of abandon that, and some people are just like, it's just straight up just going to be this or this party. And it's like, no, all those other people do run, and then they do have valuable things. It's just they don't have the money.
Have the money. That's the valuable thing they don't have.
Yeah. And then, like it could be like a Ross Perot type guy or...
Oh, dude, before we get the Green Party in, we're going to have like the Elon Musk robot party. Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't know what all the Green Party is standing for, so I don't know. I never really looked into that.
Like,
yeah, no, it's
we're the party.
Yeah, it's gonna be some people need to stand up. Yeah, definitely. I don't trust all the technology.
It's like we need to stand up, but we need we need steps to get farther. We need leadership at the top to pay attention to what's going on here, to like pull that rope up. Not a trickle down kind of thing, but like it can't just be a lot of us down here feeling disenfranchised and yelling about how it should be. Because, like, you can stand up, but you're not going to get any higher than that,
I kind of
just like get really like political right there. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, or kind of. You sounded like you were talking to a bunch of people with that. You're just like, I just want to be
like all of my like I was talking to all of the dreams that died in my head.
Yeah. No, I'm still trying to keep my dreams alive because this is any of them. They can still have it. Well, maybe I don't think I could. I think it's too late for me to go to
really friendly.
Yeah, it's too late for me to go to the National Hockey League, so I might have to give that up.
You know that I thought that hockey was a fake sport before I moved to Chicago.
No, shame on you.
I thought it was just like a Disney Channel thing.
No, hockey's real.
I thought it was just the Mighty Ducks.
No, hockey's real. People be fighting. One guy just got
I like it.
One guy died a couple months ago.
I don't like that.
Yeah, so no, I didn't mean to say it all.
Like, did he deserve it?
No, he didn't. It was like a freak accident, but the person who did it was a when you watch it, you're just like, what type of hit was that?
He died. He got hit by a car.
No, he died on the it was an accident from hockey.
Uh-huh.
But it was like that rarely happens. Like when the one guy was like, because people talk about hockey being violent or whatever, but he was like, back in the day, like one person used to die a year. Now one person dies every like 10 years or 20 years playing hockey. But it's always, the numbers are few. It was
if
like
one person dies a year off of my birth control, they'll just continue it.
You said they'll discontinue it?
Yeah, the dead eyes will be like, nope, this shit ain't safe.
Yeah, no, but he was like, it's other sports where people die all the time. He was like, people die boxing all the time. They die UFC all the time. Yeah. Football motherfuckers die, get hurt all the time. He was like, even basketball have more deaths than
oh my
hockey.
God.
And I was like, oh man.
My senior year of high school, my senior year of high school, so many, because like we were so fucking aggressive. Basically, a bitch got a concussion like every game. Not our team, usually the other one, but they threatened to make us wear helmets.
For what? What school? I mean, what sport?
Basketball.
Oh wow, yeah.
I'll tell you is like we would like go out on the court to do warm ups, and like bitch behind me would just be like, "See her over there, the fucking pigtails? It's fucking mine." I'm like, "Have you met?" Like, this place is like 4 hours away from where we live, and you don't have a car yet.
Yeah. No.
You do not know her. But you're like, I want to ruin her life.
Yeah, see, that sucks. That's why I want to be a high school sports coach. It'd be cool. Not trying to, but like, we got to come here and dominate. We're not trying to hurt nobody.
Yeah.
We do want these people to remember, like, oh man, we got our asses beat by this school. And then when you get older, you're like, oh yeah, I went to this school. And it was like, oh, they came there. They had that big girl on that team.
Actually, is one of the funny things. My high school, all the boys' sports sucked. Like, and all the girls' sports, like we would like win state and everything.
That's cool. Like, that's awesome.
Like even our cheerleading squad, like we were like, I think we were like second in state, but we were having a cheer for this football team that won one game that year. So like.
That's how it is.
You're just kind of like, what? Why must we do this right now?
Yeah.
It's raining.
Yeah, it's raining, and then we
need to go train.
That sucks. Yeah, that sucks for that. Then the one game where it's all fun and games and stuff. Hopefully it was homecoming.
No, when it was raining?
No, the one game that they won. You said that they won one game.
Oh, no. It was a given, like, to a 1A school or like some, like...
Oh. Yeah,
it wasn't a proud win.
My high school, I played football junior and senior year.
I have a picture of me like sitting on the back of a pickup truck in my cheerleading outfit, and I made everybody put up the number 1 to make it look like we're number 1, but it was just because we won one game this year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it still looks like number 1, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. Sometimes you got to enjoy yourself when you're out there.
I have a life ban from the premises of my high school.
Oh, really? You think they'll remember you?
I don't know. I probably maybe not anymore, but
that's fun. I was banned from Bernie's Lunch and Supper, but then they went out of business. So I was like, am I still? They were like, you're banned from the building, but since it's another business in this building, can I still be here?
It's business, but like small town, man, they got nothing else to do. So my 10-year reunion went back to Bayou Academy, and they put us in the middle of the football field during halftime of the Friday night football game. And they wanted to reintroduce a class of 2005. Woo! So the 26 of us that graduated, there were more than that in the class. Yeah. But only 26 of those graduated.
But it still sounds small, though. If everybody graduated that was supposed to, what would it have been? Just what, like 45?
It was
50?
like 30.
Yeah, see, no, that ain't. Yeah, you guys are doing all right.
Dude, I did not enjoy my high school experience. So anyway, they line us up in order of our last names, and they introduce us. We go up, we're supposed to wave. My name is Jessica Cutts. Starts with a C, my last name. So they're like, Luke Andrews and Charles Boda and Jessica Cutts. And what I did is I went up and I mooned everybody. And then we had to go through D through Z. And nobody was paying attention. But suddenly you just see all the heads turning. And by the time we were getting off the field, I was about to be escorted out by security. And the guys in my class were like, no, you can't do that. And then I ran. And I ran through the parking lot. And there's these angry mothers trying to find me, and I could hear him I can't believe that shame.
And you did that during the reunion?
During the Friday night football game halftime show.
Oh, so that was when you were in high school still?
No, that was my 10-year. It was during my 10-year reunion. We went back to the football game.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was all right. So this is 2015-ish.
Yeah, and so then I had a warrant out for indecent exposure, and every place I went, the sheriff was after me, and it's a small town, so these kids would come up to me and be like, "Hey, Sheriff Clark's on the way. I just want to let you know my daddy told me." I was like, "Okay, thanks," and I'd run to the next place. It was this weird Dukes of Hazzard thing. So, I'm not allowed to go back on my high school premises anymore. All
right, yeah. No, I was like that because I thought it was something from high school or something. So, yeah, that's more serious, yes.
No, it's way funnier.
Yeah. No, that's funny.
I also want to, preface that with, yes, I did moon everybody. The year before, the guys streaked naked across the field. And it got one of those boys will be boys. Yeah, see, that's weird. To me, all that's weird. That streaking and getting naked and running just to do it. It was a streaker yesterday during the Super Bowl. Yeah, really?
Yeah, and then the announcer was like, "We got a streaker," and then he was like, "No, it's a half a streaker. He just only got his shirt on." And then the one guy was
That's
like,
"Winnie the Pooh."
Yeah, he was like, no, he was like, "Yeah, he just only got his shirt off. I'm sorry, he only has his shirt off." And then the one guy was like, "Yeah, we're not supposed to be talking about it because they totally don't even put it on camera or nothing.
Yeah,
they act like it's not happening." Which,
not every single human being in that audience doesn't have their phone permanently attached to their fingers like this.
Yeah, but it was sometimes that's what I hate about the sports stuff too. They'll just act like something's just totally not happening. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, so anyway, while we're shooting free throws, it's like 3 people getting arrested on the court
behind the curtain.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, so anyway, this guy makes free throws maybe 70% of the time. All right, now we can look at the whole scene. The bloody guy, they cleaned up all that blood real fast. So.
Okay, what time are we looking at right now?
Yeah, no, that's what I was trying to do. That when you plug the stuff.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, sorry. And then okay. Back.
Yeah, but no, it's all good. All right. So yeah, you plugged your stuff, and so you got anything else?
No, I just have to thank you, DJ Slider, for letting me come and talk with you today.
Yes, no, yeah, and that's really, I feel good about getting back in the game and running into you, getting back in the game, and I'm hopefully, not even hopefully, I'm gonna be doing my obligations more because I spent a lot of money on this podcast shit. So this shit was not cheap.
This some fancy shit. This looks like movie props.
Yeah,
I mean movie equipment, but also movie props.
But no, it's and I need to be putting this shit to use. So it's a lot of other people. I need to be making some kind of mixtapes or something. So
yes,
we're gonna do that. I'm gonna hit my not that one, but the theme song. Saying bye to Jessica Cutts. This may be one of my longest episodes. So
yeah, well,
yeah, but it was entertaining the whole time.
To talk, so.
Yeah, no, it was entertaining the both times. I got some lost episodes. I interviewed one comedian where we were just arguing the whole time, and I was like, this is not going to be good.
I'm actually surprised we didn't argue this time.
I don't think we ever really argue though. So that's what it's
because we know how to talk.
Yeah, we know how to talk and entertain. That other girl doesn't. She's an entertainer, but she's got some other stuff going on. So no, this is
fucking leaving.
This is DJ Slider Bite. This is the Slider Cast. I'm glad you guys are here. I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Bye.